Wednesday night. We in the building, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Them damn fools back again. No strings attached. We up in here, man. We too deep right now. I go by the name Rolex Risky, aka the Truth Teller. That's the homie over there, man. It was one. I don't see the one no more. I just see Lie now. What up? Lionel in the building, y'all.
What up, y'all? It's another Wednesday. Y'all know my program. Y'all know I'm coming. Welcome back.
Okay. Yeah, man. We gonna have a good time tonight. We're gonna talk about main topic of the night. Are you ready to date or are you just lonely? I think a lot of folks fall into that. I know you got some friends that you didn't be like, you just jumped out of that relationship. maybe
I know.
you just
I've been thinking that half the time. Seriously, I'm like, now is your chance. Like, literally, this is your chance. Like, then before I know it, they're like, well, I did have this little side piece just waiting in my back pocket. Apparently, I'm like, oh, okay, well.
It's a tough position to be in, though, right? As a friend, and like you seeing some shit go down, and you like, all right, you trying to kind of be like low key supportive and like plant some seeds or just sprinkle some breadcrumbs. Like, hey, maybe you should. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts. I'll plant the seeds. Sometimes I'll even give a little nudge, but I mean, there's only so much I can do.
That's it, man. Yeah, man. It's tough though seeing people. I think if you've lived long enough, you've definitely witnessed. Maybe you've been the person yourself, but you've definitely witnessed those situations where you like, yeah, he or she just don't want to be by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, you know what I mean? Whether it's a full blown relationship or they just get with somebody that like they just immediately just start kicking it with hard. You know what I'm saying?
No, facts.
It's like no time just to be. And some people, man, and we'll get into it a little later on, but some people just really. I don't want to say I don't know if fear is the right word, Lionel, but maybe some people just I feel like some people have a people. I think a lot of people would be surprised how uncomfortable many people are being alone or by themselves.
No, like, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a and I think when saying that, I don't think that has anything to do with being introverted, being an introvert or an extrovert. Right?
It's more so independent versus dependent.
Correct. Right. You just want that because you can be an introvert and still not want to be, just still want somebody there. You just don't want everybody else around. Yeah. So yeah.
No, that's so true.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. You know what I mean? It's because when you by yourself, you got to deal with some shit. You know what I'm saying?
People look at me crazy because I do so many things on my own aside from just like friends or relationship to me. And people be like, wait, you did what by yourself? Or you went to a concert by yourself? You went to lunch by yourself? Like, you went out to dance by yourself? Like, 100%. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just wait until somebody's available? Like, no, I got to get this off. I'll be back.
Now, see, I'm with you. Now, the only thing that I know that you've done that I'm like, I don't know if I can do that one now, is you've done the movies by yourself. I don't know why that's a hang up for me. Like all the rest of the stuff, I'm like, all right, I went to a Jay-Z concert, Dolo. You know what I'm saying? The movies, I don't know why. For me, like mentally, like going to the movies by yourself just seems like you low key on the watch list. I'm looking at you like, he's by himself? Okay, what is he planning in here? What is he in here planning to do by himself at the movies?
Yeah. See, that's fear-based. That's coming from a yeah. But no, meanwhile, I'm just like Brenda from Scary Movie, like just eating my popcorn. Like, oh shit, run, bitch, run. Yeah. Just live. Life is to be lived. And I feel like life, and I can't express this enough, is to be lived. Okay?
That's a fact.
Don't sit up and wait for nobody to do anything. Like, I would never advise that. Because then that's just going to make you a dependent asshole. Why be a dependent asshole? You could be independent asshole across the board. Respectfully. But to be fair, one of my, well, I wouldn't say like weaknesses at all, but something that I'm like focused on more is being able to depend more on people. Like, I think that I have so many qualities about me that are just leadership qualities, that a lot of times it's not easy for me to just be like, okay, I'm depending on you. Like that's not a role that I play.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's the healthiest thing either. I think that there's a time to be able to be codependent, and be able to lean on the shoulder and have somebody lean on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a balancing act. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely give and take, and figuring out what works for you in those spaces.
Mhm.
I do want to show something though to you real quick,
Yeah. What do you
because
have up
this
your sleeve?
because this right here, you the perfect person for this one. So this is somebody's on vacay, and they just so happen to start turning up a little bit. Now it's funny because there's a racial element in this as well. But what,
Mhm.
have you seen this right yet? This is
You
kind
know,
of
I
going.
did just come across this TikTok. I did.
Yeah, here we go.
I don't think so. Okay. Who's she talking to? She got the right one today.
She was tight. She was like, "Here you go again with these black women." I don't think so. He was having him a good little time.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think so. Was he out of pockets? People was like, "Yo, he was a little out of pocket."
Don't ask me. I feel like he was just with the vibes. Like, he was just with the vibes. That's it. Like, he's on vacation. He need to find, the problem is what's out of pocket is his lady. They're not on the same page at all. She's not with the vibes, and he's clearly with the shit. So he need to find somebody that would have been right there rocking with him, and then he'll be happy.
And
Not getting snatched up, getting
she
snatched.
came over
Probably.
so aggressive. I don't
I
think
know.
so.
Did she say not on my watch or
Yeah.
not? I don't think so. Like, what is this? Iyanla, fix my life. Like, man, get this shit out of here. This is vacation. Turn that frown upside down.
Nah, she was like,
That's one thing I cannot take is some frowning ass hoes on vacation, some upset ass people. I will have to just ditch you.
"Damn, you going violent?"
No, like, I just gotta ditch you. Like, you gotta. I'm just gonna do my thing because I can't stand some angry ass people on vacation. How you gonna be mad on vacation? Bet you whining around all these Jamaicans. Hello.
Hey man, she was. It lets me know that she know that he'll go for some of that chocolate.
Mm. Well,
I don't think so.
you just said
Like,
I do, man. You said I do. You never should have said that. You should have said
yeah.
I don't. I won't. Like, now you up here across the seas and you just mad sauce. It's not a good look. That's not good for your forehead and your frown lines.
Damn.
And your soul and your spirit. Like, if I'm honest, just relax.
No, that was
But,
funny.
but I'm like, I swear I'm the person that's like if there's no smoke or there's nothing substantial, then I'm not gonna just be pissed. But if there's something substantial, like I feel like even if he was like dancing on her, touching her,
Yeah.
like I don't think there was any lines crossed there. I think they was just vibing, like with the vibes, just singing and dancing. No biggie.
Yeah, you out there on vacay, you know what I'm saying? And somebody's turning up, happy birthday. You're like, "Oh, it's your birthday. Oh, happy birthday." You sing happy, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's just, it seemed like it was like a bar at the pool type thing, you know what I'm saying? And he just was turning up, you know what I mean, in
Or
passing.
even if he was just like facing her and having like this intimate conversation, like it was. I don't think there were any lines crossed there. So yeah. But I'm also not that age. But it is. I don't think there's a limit to like being able to have fun. So, whatever age you are, like if you're on a resort, like it's called all inclusive for a reason. Like bitch, be all inclusive and
She looked like
relax.
she's had enough of his foolishness over the years.
She did. She needs to go back to them states.
Yeah, she was like, "I'm tired. Every time we go somewhere, he act a fool out here running around because he was having himself a time.
Right.
Yeah, he was having himself a time out there. It's just all. Oh no, it's you gotta know your person too though, because clearly she's not with none of that. So yeah, I'm with you. It looks like
He
they.
popped on everybody. Popped on him. Popped on them.
Yeah, she was upset.
Just
Uh,
pop across the board.
yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was funny though. It was definitely funny, but it was a lot. Let me get this one out the way real quick. An old head standing on business. One of my favorite things to see. They picked the right one on this little. You know where they want to run up to you and ask you a question.
Yeah.
Old head right here. First of all, he went in. I don't know what kind of grocery store this in, but he went in there specifically to grab that fruit. That's all he got. He ain't got no basket. He ain't got the hand basket. Nothing. He knew what he was going in there for. He got It looked like it's a split between maybe pineapples and mango. Maybe it looks like he got it. Maybe all
something like that.
Yeah, right. Maybe I don't know, but he got him some fruit, right? Old school, old head went in there to go get his fruit, and y'all came to him with some foolishness, and he stayed focused. What's up, my brother? LT in the building, and watch my brother maintain his focus right here, Lionel.
Black History Month or me?
Black History Month.
Why Black History Month?
Because I believe in my blackness. Everything now is superficial.
Okay. Yeah, me ate me up.
She walked away sad. Damn, he ate me up.
Yeah, I'm proud of him. That was the right answer. There was only one right answer there. She really played herself. You set yourself up.
She said, damn, he ate me up. Yes. You think just because you're coming out here with your little breasts hanging out, your ass hanging out there. You girl. No.
Over Black History Month? What, like, you really wanted to face the final boss? Like, that's the final level. Like, could you even get past level 1 of, like, some modern shit like that we can't let go of? Like, come on. You were fried chicken. Maybe you could have started there. But I don't even think you could win that. That's probably like a level 3 fried chicken.
Right, LT. Right. He said everything now is superficial. The fact that he went with that is hilarious. One more time. Shout out to my brother, man. I don't know who put her up to this.
Black History Month or me?
Hold on, before he answers, the brother he never even looks at her, Lionel. Check that. He don't even look at her.
Or me?
He never even looked at her this whole spin. He's maintained his focus the entire time. He wasn't getting off his square.
Black History Month.
Why Black History Month?
Because I believe in my blackness. Everything now is superficial.
Okay. Yeah, me ate me up.
Yes, yeah, he really did eat that. Not everything now is superficial. He said, okay, well.
She can't even get past Juneteenth. Facts.
I definitely can't eat it, Juneteenth. So I'm like, you should have just said, do I look good? If that's all you wanted was some validation.
Right. If you just wanted that would have been easy for you. But you tried to give him a, hey, you want this or that? Right. I'll just take Black History Month. Have a nice day, woman. Get your ass out of here. I'm tired of people doing that. Would you take me or with the other thing? I don't want you.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'll take whatever the alternative is. Give me the door number 2.
And I can imagine because I'm 30 now and I feel like I'm just too grown for some of the games and shit like that. So I can just imagine how he feels at his grown age. He probably is not with the shit at all. It's like, what kind of shit? I'm surprised he stopped for the interview. Like, don't you need to get that fruit home and smash it? Like, don't you? Like, we have better stuff to do at this age,
Yeah. What she should have done, I would have loved if she would have asked him an additional question. So, hey, as an older brother, boom, boom, boom. Because he looked like he was ready that he probably could have dropped some good game on her.
But she was stoned. She couldn't even.
He already ate up.
She had to exit stage left and get up out of there real quick.
She had probably been having a good time with that little bit, had a bunch of dudes going, oh, I'm going to take you. And then he just came and put a whole stop to this whole thing.
Happily doing her spin every 30 seconds probably, and then boop.
And she was like, he ate me up. Yeah, get you the hell up out of here. Everything is superficial. Get the hell up out of here.
Yeah, no, that was like a strange, like, validation, like, cry for validation.
Yeah, speaking of stuff being fake, though, than superficial, one of my biggest pet peeves before we jump off, I'm waiting for Torian and Naomi to jump in before we get into the main topic tonight, y'all. We're going to get to the birds as well. Y'all know what's coming up. But one of my big pet peeves in life, and I think I get this because I once heard Michael Jackson when they showed some behind the scenes, him preparing for a show, and they were doing something, and he was like, no, hold on, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, yeah, for the show we was going. He was like, no, I don't want it like that. He was like, I want it to sound like the way it sounds on the record. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want nothing different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's like, what the fuck are you doing? I want it to sound that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so because of that, it was just like, yeah, like I actually hate when I go to concerts and people are performing these songs and they're not performing it the way it is on the goddamn record. I don't want to come here and hear your little melody remix. No. I like that song. I want to hear that song, right? That's what I want to hear. I want to hear the way that you recorded it, that we bought it and made the shit platinum. I don't want to hear your, version. And so Genuine, who, Lord have mercy, I love. I think I used to say Genuine is the most underrated R&B singer of all time because I think The Senior, what's his albums? The Senior and The Bachelor, I think for me are two classic R&B albums.
You're just talking about his music in general or like live singing?
Say it again.
Are you talking about just his music or are you talking about live singing?
I'm talking about, just his music.
Okay.
His live shit has actually made me say, maybe I was tripping.
Okay.
Like his lives have, like his albums, like 100% Genuine. I think that's the one with Pony and all that shit on it. I think that's 100% Genuine. And then you get The Senior, The Bachelor, or maybe The Bachelor. I don't remember. Anyway, them shit for me are classic material. I think it's very underrated material and all that. But then he does these live performances, and I'm like, Genuine, what the? Listen to this, what he's doing to this song. This is a song that people like me love. And Genuine, what the hell is going on, bro? This is so angry. Now watch this.
After the show, I'll let you know.
Hold on. This is not how the song goes. What the fuck is that? I'm taken out of the moment now.
Right.
My play. What is that? That's not how the song goes. What are we doing?
He's reaching for the stars, but he's trying to be creative.
At this point, just sing along with the track. At this point.
Yeah.
Damn, I hit Torin on right when the bottle was popping. What up, Torin? Torin in the building. Everybody say what's up to cousin Torin.
What up, y'all?
What up, Torin?
Hey. Happy Wednesday. Y'all already know I'm happy to be here. I'm tired, been running around, but I'm here and I'm queer. And I'm ready to take y'all nigga. No, I'm kidding.
That's the timing you on?
Yeah, what the
No,
hell?
I'm trying to find my own.
Well, right now we kicking in Genuine's back. Pause. We just talking about his like Genuine. The first concert I ever went to in my life, my first concert ever, the first person I saw perform was Genuine at the concert. He wasn't the headline, but he was on the show. He was the opening act on the show.
So he was literally the first one that came out.
He's the very first person I've ever seen perform live with Genuine.
Okay, but who are you going to see though? Because that was just by
Here's
default.
what's funny. Okay, so here's what's funny. It was a fucking
Kim.
no. It was a No Limit concert.
Okay, that makes sense.
I knew
It was
the
No
rapper.
Limit.
Was
It was No Limit.
Mystical?
Everybody was there. C there, Mama there, P there. Everybody was there. The whole crew.
Where was it? Where was this show at?
Houston.
I think my aunt may have went to that concert, which is crazy, and my grandma. Right?
Jesus.
I hear
Hold
about
on,
that
like-
concert all the time. Like, no, my grandma went with my aunt, and turns out she was like, I would have never imagined seeing Mystical live. But I hear about that all the time.
It was a dope ass concert too. But
Yeah.
and I remember Genuine being on stage, and the whole time he was doing his show, and he was like, I know y'all probably wondering what's an R&B nigga doing on a hip hop show. Well, I'm about the only motherfucker that could do it. Ding, 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 and went into his shit. I was like, oh shit, he's fucking it up, right? It was crazy. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was in high school. I remember like it was yesterday. Because I was thinking when he was saying, like, yeah, nigga, what the fuck are you on the show? As a matter of fact, that's a good question. Nigga, what the fuck are you doing here?
But then you bought it. You said, oh, okay,
He
that's
murdered it.
Yeah,
He
was like,
murdered the show. But this was young Genuine, though. He's just coming out with his shit. Everything's just starting to pop. So he's out there, all the sliding and the this is when he was super wavy, light-skinned dude. You know? He out there within the first bar, he had no clothes, no shirt on. Women was going crazy. It was lit in there. So seeing this version of Genuine now, all these years later, every time I see something, I'm just like, oh, y'all had to be there. You had to be there to see him in his heyday. This isn't the man. Because now I talk to like my young cousins, and they be like, y'all be talking about Genuine can dance. Genuine can't dance. I'm like, no. He really could.
I believe it. I can see that. And I feel like he feels like he's a star, and that's the energy kind of fit. It's like he might be missing the mark, but I could sense the energy. Like I feel him. I feel where he's coming from. It's just like a little beside the mark.
No, I mean y'all forget that he got heavy on them drugs, and that's what's going on now. When he was with TGT, he broke up because he was on that shit.
His eyes going.
Yeah, on one of the performances, like I don't think he recovered from that shit.
Oh man, I just hate it though. What up, Nace? Everybody say what's
hey,
up.
Happiness Wednesday. Peace.
Right,
hello, welcome to the show.
No more on Genuine. I'm gonna let Genuine make it now, but if I go to your concert and you're not singing the way that the record sounds, just know I'm annoyed. I'm gonna be annoyed. Sing the shit like we bought it. I don't want to hear your little weird on the spot remix. Do. No, nigga, just sing the goddamn song. God damn. Shit.
Yeah, that's why I'm very selective with live shows I go to for real.
Yeah, so Genuine is no longer on my list. You talk about, and look, I know drugs affects everybody differently, but goddamn, Uncle Charlie Wilson did a whole lot of drugs. That nigga sounds
so
amazing.
Did James Brown, because I'll be watching James Brown's performance.
Well, but first of all, James Brown, you couldn't understand him.
No, he was fucking no shows. It was impeccable. I'm like,
that nigga just run around yelling.
Some of his shows are comical, but the music is so good. The music is there.
It is.
He's just
He is amazing.
No, we don't talk about James Brown no more.
Who don't?
Why?
I just seen this article about him, how he was with Epstein and them. Like he was fucking on underage girls and all that shit.
Allegedly, Torin finna get the whole shit.
Allegedly. Oh my god. But we all know that shit too.
I'm like, well, if you're gonna count niggas out for that, then we just can't talk about no music. We can't even discuss nobody.
Nobody. You did. He might. You got motherfucker once a month. Yeah, I ain't gonna say that. I had a weird joke. Let me leave that alone. Before I get come get my ass.
Yeah, leave your 90s jokes on 90s.
Right before we find out you're on the list too.
Right.
I ain't on no list.
Rolex Risky. What's behind that name? Why they call you that?
Right.
I do
have
so
risky about you.
Exactly.
But speaking of the 90s, one of the very disappointed in her. Y'all know.
No, don't even do
y'all know. You know I love me some Ari. You know this, Torin, about me.
Who?
Ari. I love Ari. You don't love
No,
Ari.
and you know you gotta say Ari Lennox. I don't know why
I'm sorry.
you
I'm sorry.
Ari.
Ari
No,
Lennox.
my brain was literally scrambling. I had to take a drink. I was like,
I'm sorry.
my brain was scrambling. Like,
There's so many Aris that it could be. Like you could have been talking about your homegirl or something.
Especially when you say the 90s. I'm like 90s Ari.
No fact.
I
always think the one with the fat ass, the baby mama.
Ari
Right, that was gonna be my next guess
my
too.
bad. You right.
I was
Ari
like,
Lennox.
Ariana
You
Grande.
know I love me some Ari Lennox. That's my girl. I love me some Ari. She's my this version of my other girl. Brown, I would say brown skin. Goddamn. What's her name?
Indy Ari.
Indy Ari. There you go. See, y'all know my ladies. Y'all know my goddamn ladies. Okay. There you go. So I was so disappointed with her. First of all, she's not old enough. She didn't really watch Martin. So I don't know, she's watching some reruns because she's younger than what is she, 30? How old is Ari? Ari Lennox. How old is she? 30 what? 32?
Gotta be around
34.
34? Okay,
so like 91 or 90. So she
when did the show go off the air? The show went off the air in like 96, 95.
I know Martin is definitely before my time being a 94 baby.
That's what I'm saying.
There were reruns coming on, but yeah.
Yeah. Like Lionel, you just
Martin,
turned 30.
Like when my time, like Martin Lawrence was already popping. Like he was on his film run.
He was doing the movie shit. Right. He was already in the movie.
That's I came of age.
Right. That's when I came into knowledge of him was like Blue Street.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Right. He was already
Security. Black Knight is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I remember that movie being on all the time, which was a good one. I'll be seeing a Martin Lawrence movie be on and hoping that it was that one, but it wouldn't be ever. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, it was 92 to 97.
That's what I'm saying. 92, and she was born in what 90 what 90 what
91, I want to say.
91, 91.
Yeah, so she was a baby. So again, so she did watch the reruns. So I'm not saying she didn't watch the reruns and stuff like that. But let's just play what Ari said, and we'll come back and we'll talk about it because this was a theme on the show. I'm not gonna act like it wasn't, but let's discuss. Let me get this off. Hold on, where you at, Ari Lennox? There go my girl, man. Oh, Ari. Oh, Ari.
How much you would go on Pam? Like I know, like and this is coming from a girl who I love me a good like joking ass movie, and it even when the joking movie is like, damn, like that was fucked up. Like, I'm not like too woke or something is what I'm trying to say. Like I'm honestly not. I'm problematic. I'm pretty problematic, low key. But my point is that there are some things where I draw the line and it just bothered me. Or like, I don't know, it's like Pam was so fucking beautiful and so fine. And I just feel like growing up as a chocolate girl, like I don't even know if I was able to understand the greatness of Pam because of the light that I feel like I was being fed. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that pissed me off about.
Okay. Shout out to Ari. I can okay. Now look, for people that watch the show, it was cracking on her, but it was never. I understand where the skin tone thing comes from because his girlfriend, I'll say Gina, her name, Shashina Arnold, on the show is obviously very, very light skinned, right? Extremely pale and light skinned. Mm-hmm. So I understand the dynamic, right? But on the show, obviously he's not making fun ever of her skin tone, right? He's talking about, the whole thing was always about her weave and the buckshots. That was his whole thing. And he's the only one on the show. It's his wife's girlfriend/wife's best friend. He's the only one on the show that messes with her. Both his homeboys are trying to get with her. Every dude on the show is trying to holler at her, right? So like, it's not like she's on the show being presented as she's not attractive. Every dude on the show is trying to get with her. Like I always, growing up, me and my homeboys used to always say, we always thought like the whole gag of the thing, the reason he had to try to poke fun at her was because in our eyes, she was better looking than his woman. Mm-hmm. That's the way I always looked at it. I never looked at it as, but of course I wasn't a young woman, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Reflecting it that way. So,
like, what was your experience as like a young boy? Like, let's think about middle school. Like, was it when it came to like, messing with the girls?
He was in the girls.
Because when I could think of like the girls who were getting teased, it was like the darker girls, whereas opposed to like the light-skinned girls weren't necessarily receiving that same type of treatment, So even if it wasn't ever just like, oh, your skin is just so dark, it still can just be the fact that like you're singling out this type of woman who looks like this, as opposed to a woman who looks like this. No, I can see where she's coming from because like I'm brown skin. I'm neither too dark or like too light, right? So I feel like I've definitely seen it from all perspectives, or I've been able to kind of like take a little back seat and like.
But that's why I'm saying, my only retort is that like every other man, literally every man on the show is trying to get with Pam, except for Martin. Everybody else. Everybody else is trying to holler. Like Cole spends his entire time trying to get with her. Tommy ends up getting with her at a certain point in the show. She ends up being with Tommy. But all the other characters that Martin was playing were trying to get with her. Jerome, that was his thing. Junk in the trunk is what he used to call it. Jerome took her out on a date. You dig? Like, yeah, like everybody else was trying to holler, and she always had dudes. Like that was the other thing. Like she always had dudes. She was the one that landed the rich dude. I can't remember his name. Simon was the rich dude that had Martin out there tripping. Martin was sad because he was taking them to the basketball games, and they was sitting in the sky boxes up there with the owners, and she was like, "You messed this up for me." But I don't know. I mean, I I do understand what you're saying though, Naomi, because it's like it's the continuance of the old stereotype, right? Like we've never actually, I'm trying to think, we've never seen on film or on television where it's the reverse, where the lead is with a brown skinned woman and he's making fun of the light skinned girl.
Right.
It's typecasting,
Yeah.
especially in that time. That was the era of typecasting. They would have only hired a Pam that looked like that, and they would have only hired a Gina that looked like that. You know, if that was when like typecasting was really just the thing. So I could see how somebody could perceive that way for sure. Even though I don't really watch that show enough,
Yeah.
to just like know like, oh, this is how they were treating her or whatever. But I think I can see like the typecasting. Like you didn't see like her be the main character or like the one that's in the relationship where it's just like holding the cast down, holding the show down. But I mean that's so deep to go into like from this perspective in 2025 because I was in the 90s back then.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take away from the validity of like those types of things that existed. Where like the dark girl could only play a certain role. She was only getting offered certain roles, period. You know.
Yeah.
When you can think of it, you can just think. I'm thinking of all shows. I'm thinking now of like, of course, I don't think there was a better Diamond, but you think of Lisa Ray and then like her cousin, who was like the darker girl that was like the crazy one getting fucked up and all the type of shit.
Yeah.
You know, but like, I'm sure the list just goes on, and especially in film.
Yeah. Yeah, and it could be a thing to where, you know, maybe because, you know, those two, to me, they can always be Gina and Pam. They're like best friends in real life. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like these two people, like, you know, like they were making sure, like, if I'm on the show, I need you to bring her on the show type shit, right? So like they're friends like that for real in real life. And Martin got a lot of history with, you know, because he had been in the House Party series with Tashina. You know what I'm saying? So he had, you know, had that history with her and been
I'm
on
sure
screen.
at that time they were honored, like they're actresses. So I'm sure they were.
Yeah.
I mean, she was honored to just have a good role on a great show.
Yeah.
I'm sure she recognized like the power.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it was in. I don't know if the studios told them, hey, this is what we want to go with. I think maybe it's one of those things to where like it kind of fell in place, but like it probably just went along with the stereotypes that we were seeing too. Though. You know what I'm saying? Like we brought on Torian with his, you know, he's Dominican, and now we look like, you know, they're bringing on, you know, Dominican people. You did so. So now FBA is mad at us because we got a Dominican on the show. See? You see? But nah.
I'm Dominican. I haven't forgot to send you that stuff. But y'all, none of y'all watch Love Island, so
yeah, I'm not a Love Island fan.
But the Love Island from season 6, they broke up, and it's been like real big.
Okay, so this is the brown skin girl, right? Yes.
Yeah.
No? Okay, I saw something because somebody was talking crazy about her, the way she looked online, and everybody went crazy because the girl that was talking stuff about her, she didn't have much room to be talking about folks. Which, you know, that's online.
But you talking about the heavyset girl?
Yeah, no, she wasn't heavy. Yeah, the motherfucker was big. Let's y'all gotta.
No, that's a different girl that she was talking about.
Oh, okay, but that was a brown skin girl too, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was talking about the face card, right? She like, my face card better than hers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they was
like, what about the rest? Everybody like, well, first of all, that's false, and look at the rest of it. Yeah.
No, there is her. So, but Janae, she's another dark skin, beautiful girl. Great personality. She was dating. She met the guy on the show. They've been dating almost a year to this day. And he's Dominican, and they had this breakup.
Dominicans.
That's what everybody been saying too. Like,
can't trust them, bro.
Like shit. But apparently his group chat got leaked, which it just showed you he got some hating friends. And apparently in the group chat, he was like talking down on her, calling her the N-word and saying like,
"Oh damn,
yeah, this like black bitch and shit like that," referring to her like that. And it was like, whoa, like.
Isn't this what people? I mean, maybe it's just me, but isn't that what you would expect the group chat to look like when you dated somebody that's not black, and then you like, oh shit, let me just see what the group chat is like. That's what I would expect. I'm like, oh, this. I mean, I don't know what else you would expect. It's not shocking news. It's not a breaking news to me. It's just like, oh, okay.
It's Tuesday, right?
It's like Exhibit Z. For real. But I don't know why the people just be jumping and taking those risks. But I mean, I don't want to say. I'm just gonna shut my mouth here. Let me go get my charger.
No, and I do like Kenny. That's his name, Kenny, and it's just crazy. Like if he was, and also in the things he was saying, like how he was like kind of using her. He only with her for the brand deals and stuff. But like, if he really did not like her this whole time, it's like really like shocking because like on the show when she tried to break off with him, like he was crying, like he had me crying, like I'm like, oh my god, like
This nigga Torian.
he was crying to her friends. He was like, I don't know what I was like, oh my god, I just take him back.
So that just shows that you be the one to pop for it. Like, nigga ain't never seen a nigga cry before. Please. Don't pop.
I have not. I would have caved in immediately. So, but then it's like, damn, he's acting, or like my other thing is like maybe it's just like dark humor within their friends, like and they, you know, they be saying like Dominicans are black, so they can say the N-word. And I know like me and my close friends, like sometimes we be like just throwing the hard R at each other, you know, like for shits and giggles, you know. So it's like if it was that, then I don't know, but it's all how she take it. She don't like it. That's something they had talked about with her. But I could play devil's advocate to be like, well, that's maybe it was just like dark humor, you know, and it was just like now
you gotta be careful to me when you get into the interracial game. Like you gotta know what you're getting into, like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, look what happened to our brother Shannon Sharp. He just got them pockets slaughtered. He had to come to a settlement, and now ESPN just fired him on his day off today.
Right. Good.
That's absolutely. See, I'm not even. I promise. I'm barely on planet Earth.
What's like because of that? It's just also
because it was like a white girl he was fucking with, right?
Yeah, but not even that. It's just like the fact that he got to pay this white woman like these millions of dollars, and then he telling his daughter that he only gonna give her $30,000. I think it was for her wedding or something. He like, that's all she getting. That's all. Like, but what? Like, this is your daughter. Like, once in a lifetime. Hopefully, once in a lifetime, thing gonna happen for her. And you don't want to go all out for her. Like, you just want to just give her a measly $30,000 when you give it this white woman.
I love how Torian said a measly $30,000. Torian is crazy. Torian is insane. A measly 40,000.
No, because I was just thinking 30,000 would be helpful, even if you are trying to have a very extravagant wedding. If you got other savings to be throwing into that shit, like, okay, we got 30,000.
But did you see the chick though? She got the set. It announced. They came out with the announcement that they reached a settlement. That same day, she went on her OnlyFans and announced that she was retiring from OnlyFans. She put a whole post on her OnlyFans. I'm retired.
I know that's right.
I'm retiring from OnlyFans.
Well, she might have to get back on there if he get fired. I mean, he ain't got no job.
No. He got to pay that money. Shoot, whatever you got, I'm gonna need that until we total this up. You got to come on with it. We need that. Whatever you got in your savings, liquidate that. We need them assets. We gonna need this paper.
Nah, she finna be like 50, how he was with Tierra Marie.
Tierra really ain't
I ain't got it.
Tierra knows she ain't have it. Tierra really didn't have it out here in these streets. Shout out to Tierra, but she ain't have it. Since we talking sports, before we get to the main topic, let's go one more sports thing real quick. Did anybody catch this out there? This was, we've been talking about this a lot on the sports pods I'll be doing. Here we go. The new Laker, DeAndre Ayton. He flew out like they all do, right? He flew out an IG model, right? To where they go? I think Turks. Yeah, Turks and Caicos. And here's what she was posting at first. She was posting, her by the PJ. You know what I'm saying? It was all good. You see her, you there?
She by the okay because they just had that they first was it Turks and Caicos? I think Turks and Caicos.
Oh yeah, they had a shooting out there. Yeah.
Yeah, they first mass shooting.
Yeah.
Like, what?
So she was posting the PJ, putting it up, and then she posted this. Now, first of all, her name, people were clowning her because apparently she can't spell. Maybe it was like an autocorrect, but they was like she can't spell Turks and Caicos. But anyway, her name is Caribbean Curls, and here's what she posted: DeAndre Ayton security left me outside in the middle of nowhere in Turks and Caicos because I won't have sex with him. Shout out to him and his team.
That's crazy.
No, we out. We got to be out. This is not the climate, and I saw people saying maybe they was like maybe his team and or people around him was like, hey, if you propositioned her for sex and she said no, then like, yeah, let's dead this now, because what we don't want to happen, and this is a byproduct of like the climate and everything that's going on. What we don't want to happen is she said no on, let's say, a Friday, and we're going to be here for a week. The first day, Friday, she says no. And then all of a sudden she ends up having sex with you 3-4 days later. Is she now fit? Did she have sex because she felt like she was pressured into it? So you said no, we just gonna go ahead and make a move. I'm good. You go do you. You know what I'm saying? Good luck. Now, he did leave her. I wouldn't have left her stuck. You know what I'm saying? But come on, man. What you want me to do? In this situation, what should I do in that situation?
What should you do in a situation like that? I would just say you would do like Destiny's Child did Farrah. You just say, your bags don't even. You just like basically set that shit up so she could go like home safely. Or make sure that the plane tickets is done. Like it's the next flight. Like your bags might be there after you, but you don't want to. At least you're gonna be at home.
Yeah, I mean we got it because I'm just saying I would advise him to do the same thing. Like we can't stay in the same place now because I don't want you to feel any type of way. I don't want you to feel like you obligated now. I asked you, you said no. Okay, we're good here. Let me go ahead and get you back to the States.
That's crazy. It's like just have a good time. Like you don't gotta have sex just to have a good time with somebody.
Yeah,
like,
but now it's weird though. And I'm with you. You don't have sex to have a good time. But now it's weird though. Because I've already brought it up. You said no, so I don't know how this is gonna go now. So what do we do?
It ain't weird. We all know it's only weird if he start making it weird. Or I mean, she could also be making it weird, like be all standoffish now and shit. But I mean, it seemed like he was a weird one, but like the security won't let her in and stuff. So
yeah, we good.
And it's like you done flew me in on a private jet, like. Now I gotta buy a plane ticket to get up out of here. Like that's crazy.
Yeah,
it's just like, but what did she think the intentions was? Like, would you think this was just a trip?
Come on,
for free?
man.
Like, I mean, you can't be that dumb. And so I can imagine the conversations leading up to that point,
right?
Like, because you wouldn't even just get to that point just on the strength of like, oh yeah, I'm sure she probably was playing a little game too, but you play silly games and you win stupid prizes.
And stupid prizes. That's how the game go.
But also, like for me, I'm just much more of a gentleman than to just be like, I could never just leave somebody stranded. That's crazy.
I don't think he ended up leaving. Did she? I don't think he left. I think she was kind of stretching it though with the stranded thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was kind of putting on some, she was trying to say, oh, he just left me out here. I think he probably left her where she was and was like, yeah, here goes your ticket, going and get back. I'm not.
Maybe that, yeah.
You dig? Because it's like, what you got, Torian? Hold on, Torian's sending me something. What's this, Torian?
I don't know if y'all talked about the WNBA. What happened on the
court?
No,
we haven't talked about it, but I know where you're going. Let's go. They out here throwing WNBA and got ratchet.
Yeah.
The WNBA is ratchet now.
Hayes gets blocked by Maya Caldwell. Something quiet on the court, actually, from the crowd. The officials will say they will continue play as that goes off the fingertips of the balcony.
Yeah, this is crazy.
And you can see the object, the block.
This
right
entire
there.
play is such a mess and crazy.
Thing bounces and it goes to the sideline. We're not exactly we're not sure where it came from. No room for any of that type.
Yeah, they looking for what got thrown onto the court.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. These folks that threw. What color is this? Is that lime green? What color is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, and no one's picked the object.
Wow. Did they show that on the real camera?
Yeah, that was on it. Lord have mercy.
That's disrespectful.
That is so
Dude,
disrespectful.
it's like, what?
Like, what do you think this is? This ain't no damn concert or something. What the hell?
Come on, man. They threw a lime green dildo onto the court.
That's such a hazard too. Like, what's the?
They almost said it's a hazard.
Like, we're playing sports here. Like, where is the fucking decorum? Okay, can we please have a little respect for the players on the court?
Yeah, that's crazy. Because it definitely could have hit somebody in you know, because you're throwing it from way up in the stands. It could have really hurt somebody if it hit them. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
for real.
Shit,
Yeah.
even
Tori,
if
we gotta get
somebody-
off the goddamn screen. What are we doing, Tori? Tori just left it there like, yeah, we just gonna leave it there. Hold on, Tori. Damn.
like it's the fifth member of the show.
Yeah.
I feel like guys across the board can be so just like disrespectful to women, period, which is crazy. I don't understand.
Do we know that was a guy though?
Yeah,
To be
so you
fair,
think it's a guy?
I'm assuming that it's a guy for sure.
Okay.
A guy's gonna have that dildo? I don't know. I think
I'm
it's-
assuming that.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely. You think a nigga will
stud?
go and buy? Do you think a straight man will go and buy a dildo just to throw at
Absolutely, the way that they be trolling, the WNBA fans are like one of a kind, and I feel like it's the guys. It don't be the women fans, or like they just be fans of basketball. The guy fans be very interesting, like an interesting crowd, as I've noticed.
I guess technically he
But
could have probably if it's a guy, he could have ordered it from Amazon, right? Don't Amazon
Well,
sell
it's nothing to get your hand.
Amazon probably stole it from his girl. Like,
Oh,
you know, like
Torian went psycho. He didn't stole it from his girl and threw it on the floor.
I'll be like, where's my favorite dildo?
you know, see, like,
what the hell's going on?
Like, I know that ain't my shit. I just heard.
That's crazy.
I know that ain't my shit.
A lime green dildo.
Or it could have been like an ex-girlfriend. So it could have, you know, it could have been.
That's what I'm saying. You know.
I feel like you don't just
line-
accidentally come across like it all seems very intentional. Like clearly, whoever
Agreed.
wanted to get that got that because they wanted to do this. You know, brought it here. Like you don't just have that in your pocket. That's crazy. Unless it was a stud. That's why I'm like, okay, I can see that. But
Because I'm thinking, how did they get it in? Was it in somebody's purse? Because don't they check like I don't know. Do they check the bags?
yeah, they
when
check
go
your
into-
bags. They do check bags going into arenas, unless it's like clear or a certain size.
That's what I'm saying. So like you had to have it in your pants then to look like your member, right?
Right. That's what I was thinking too.
You know what I mean? Like so now you got it
in there.
Yeah, that was crazy. I saw that. I was like, yo, this is insane.
Yeah, that was a wild one.
I hope that don't become a thing in WNBA games where folks is sneaking dildos in to throw on the court. That's crazy work.
No, yeah, it's like
because you know what happens in these cases is always a copycat. Somebody want to be a copycat.
Mm-hmm. Instead of one, it's going to be 3 of them next time.
Yeah. You said 3 of them. Hold on.
Yeah,
just a plethora of dildos. It's all
right.
All the motherfuckers. Yeah, y'all don't throw dildos at the girls. Don't do it. Like, stop it.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah, don't do that. They ain't did nothing to y'all. Don't be throwing dildos at them girls. Don't get somebody hurt out there.
What if that was your daughter? Or your mother?
Yeah, that's nasty work. Okay, let's talk about it, man. Me and Lionel were talking about it a bit ago. Tonight's topic. Are you ready to date, or are you just alone? Are you just lonely? You dig? Like, it's an interesting thing because it's like when me and Lionel, before y'all jumped on, me and Lionel were kind of tossing it back and forth, pause, and we were saying like, you know, you can, you got to pause that line. That's crazy. And we were saying, you know, you see, it's easy to see, you know, like your friend group, you know what I mean, and see that person or those people like, man, they always got to have somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like even if it's not a new relationship, they just kicking it with somebody strong now. It's just always got to be something. You know what I'm saying? They got to be up under somebody or just have something. How do y'all feel about it? Because me and Lionel were talking, and we said, how comfortable are most people just with themselves? Because it seems like a lot of people just, I don't know. They just want to be, I don't know, being around people is a thing, but just having somebody just to say, I got somebody here with me. You know what I mean? Like, instead of just being like, yo, I'm comfortable, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I don't need my Dominican man, Torian. Pause. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that up under me right now. I can be comfortable just being by myself for however long it takes. You know what I'm saying? To find, I don't know if you're looking or just waiting, but you know what I'm saying? Like who's to say what that scale or time is to where you're saying, okay, I'm ready now, or damn, I'm just tired of. I don't want to watch another movie I don't want to be watching Netflix tonight again by myself. Let me just call somebody, Naomi. Because I know as a woman, you can clearly just call a dude to have companionship if you want
to. Why would you assume that?
Oh,
companionship? You think women can get companionship from men? Women could get some sex from a man. I don't think sex equals companionship.
Oh damn! So you gonna do my fellas like that? We can't just come by just have. Just
I mean, I would just say that's the easiest type of like, and that's where I think a lot of women will get fucked up. Like when they are very much like searching for sex. I'm like, girl, you're really just trying to feel something. Like you really just want like somebody to like be close to your ass. Like you want to feel intimacy, but you're still not getting that itch scratch by like being with somebody in that way that's not really able to be in it in a more of a way.
We appreciate you, Izzy.
Peace. What's up? But so I will say, even from my point, it's funny, like where I could feel, because a lot of the time it would be like just loneliness. Like the times that I have like gotten on a dating app is funny. Like, so maybe the times that I've gotten on a dating app in the last 5 years, like I'll hop on that shit, like thinking that I'm like ready to date. And then like I start getting all the fucking messages and I'm just like, I actually don't want to talk to any of these niggas. Like I actually don't even have like the time, like the will to actually like be like, oh, you know, really get to know someone, really meet somebody and really like be on that. I'm like, but I definitely feel like I'm a lot stronger in my energy of like being able to be alone without feeling lonely. Right. Because thankfully and gratefully, like my life is filled with a lot of like love and care and connection. And I'm also somebody who very much values my solitude. Like I have a child, so I don't really get to feel the alone, even like when I am single, like away from a man. Yeah. I don't really get that lonely alone feeling. Yeah. Because I do always kind of have somebody who's here with me. So I feel like some people can't. Some people have trouble being alone for various different reasons. And it's also always something that you want to figure out. And you never want to be coming from that loneliness because that's a space of desperation. And like the things that you can attract when you're in the energy of like desperation, like you feel like you need somebody, that's when you can get into trouble and like, you know, end up in a wrong situation that you would have been better off. Like had you really just gave some time to yourself and like find out like what could have really filled your cup without having to look externally. And then like you would have been able to attract from a different place. And it's like, now you can really bring in the energy that you'll want to be on, especially when you're able to give that back to another person.
And before anybody else jumps in, prepping for the show, I was like, let me look up the definition of lonely, right? So like, let me just, you know, because I always say my biggest thing is that like words actually do have meanings. I know colloquially we'll like change the stuff and it'll mean something different. Like, but technically words have definitions and meanings of the words.
No, I'll say that all the time.
Yeah, like people just be saying stuff like, hey, you do know that like there's like these just have meaning. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but you know, now on Google, they'll do an AI overview too. So like before I got to even go to the definition, I said, well, let me read what is the AI overview? The AI overview is crazy on lonely.
I still don't be trusting Google's AI as much as ChatGPT.
Yeah, this shit is insane. Because listen what it says about lonely. Describes the feeling of sadness and isolation stemming from a lack of meaningful connection with others. That shit sounds insane. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
That's far off. I couldn't see that for long.
I don't know. I just felt like, damn, that's what like that sounds.
That is what lonely means. I guess that's the way that I would speak of it.
But like when I look up the definition, like that sounds
like, read it one more time.
lonely describes the feeling of sadness and isolation stemming from a lack of meaningful connection with others.
Yeah.
But when I look up the actual, like when I go to like the dictionary version, you know what I'm saying? It says being without company, cut off from others, not frequented by human beings. You know what I'm saying? Like there are other different like
That's so intense, and I
think
feel
that's like I could see that being a dictionary version because I think those are things that will lead to the feeling of loneliness. I think that the AI overview is speaking more to the feeling, whereas those were kind of like examples or situations that may lead you to feel lonely. But I think that AI kind of did clock that and said like, you know, this is what feeling lonely actually is.
Damn,
yeah, I think it was
that shit made me sad though.
It was just a meaningful connection. I think that was different because the rest of it was just saying that you were away from people. Or that
but that's what I'm saying. It was that specific part though.
But that could also be
meaningful connection.
Yeah,
they're saying
maybe
like,
that is the part because it did read more into.
Yeah, and I think
where
that's
it
what
was.
loneliness is.
Because they're saying that like you're connecting with humans, but it's not like it doesn't have any meaning. You're just going to work and connecting with people.
But that's why like the powerful words there was like feeling sad about, like feeling, because you could have no connection with anyone, everything that the dictionary said, but be okay. You could be cut off from the world, cut off from your family, and be in your house having a ball. And like that wouldn't be loneliness in my head because you're content. But I think loneliness is being sad and feeling any type of negative way towards the fact of the matter and the fact that there isn't any meaningful connection. Some people would rather not have, like the Grinch. That bitch didn't want to connect with none of you who's.
But he was actually lonely. So it's I think that we're human beings at the end of the day. So that's why like the definition, the third definition you gave about like not being or having no other human beings around, it's like we're literally social creatures. We're literally supposed to have some type of connection to somebody. Like without that shit, we'll literally go mad, insane, crazy. Like that shit fucks us up. Right. And so being lonely is definitely a thing. And it's the energy where it's like lacking because there's a difference when you're just being alone. So maybe like the loneliness is like it's something internal that's not like grasping, like something is.
There's no meaningful connection for them, but they actually want that. Like that's the missing piece because otherwise you are just alone and like you're probably okay with that. Maybe like you're okay with that.
You know, I've heard people who were like
really lonely.
I was gonna say that because I've heard people who were like really successful, a lot of money, talk about when they were like at like the peak of their celebrity or fame or whatever, and you know, being at big lavish parties and having people around talking to them and all these people with all this adulation, and they were still like all that was going on and I was lonely. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess maybe that's going back to that, like all that was going on, but I wasn't having any meaningful connection with another human. You know what I'm saying? It was like stuff was going on around me. It's a ton of people, they're praising me and all this, but none of it is really connecting. You know what I'm saying? On a level.
Because some people can have all those things and they're still getting this feeling that there's a lack of something. What up,
family? We ain't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, so yeah, it's so interesting now that I'm just considering like loneliness and what it really means to be lonely.
So like now we're talking about like lonely though. Like the way I'm looking at it is like if you're lonely, and since we are humans, Naomi, like what you're saying, wouldn't it be just human nature that like now you're seeking out that human connection because you are lonely?
No, facts. But I also had already spoke to the type of energy that you can be trying to attract from. Like, and that may not be the physical. That may not be the best energy. No, not even just physical, but when you're coming from the space of like, oh, I'm just so lonely. Like, I just need to find somebody. Like, I just need to get a person in my life. That type of energy can be like kind of abrasive and off-puttish, and it can be kind of hard to actually get a meaningful connection when you are coming to that space. And so, yeah, sometimes you just got to have that meaningful connection with yourself. First and foremost.
With yourself that's important. That's what all this leads to for me. I always say that, yeah. Cause yeah.
No,
Oh,
because
man,
that's how
salute
you
to
can
that.
adjust that feeling.
Salute to
Whoa,
Q. Said he had a baby boy. I'm a pops
congratulations.
now. Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
That's what you went off
Round of
to.
applause for you. You there? Salute. You there? Salute. This is.
Absolutely.
I'm
Now
not
you
getting
want
any
me
money
lonely.
from this, but this is a new beer I've been drinking. I'm drinking some real Texas beer, y'all beer.
That's my favorite
Okay.
word.
I
I
like
love the word y'all.
Yeah, drinking some Texas shit,
You want to
y'all
be
beer.
texting so bad.
Ooh.
You.
y'all.
Well, I've been saying y'all since I was a kid.
Oh, that's how
You
you
from,
go back to
you from
Wisconsin.
Milwaukee, bro. Stop.
Yes, I always been. You can ask anybody. I always been saying y'all since I was.
Y'all don't say nobody says y'all in Milwaukee. Stop.
What I did, nigga. I've always been a country
Milwaukee
nigga.
Don't they be
says
saying
you
like
all.
you, like you,
You.
You all
like
know.
use,
Every time I spell
You all guys is.
use, all use need to get
it,
together.
you.
You.
Oh, boy.
That ain't what y'all do in Milwaukee. But no, okay, but like, what's the, and y'all, hey, jump in the chat and let us know, like, have y'all ever been in a situation where like maybe you thought you were ready and it was just lonely, right? And so like you jumped into something or you started hanging out with somebody, you know what I'm saying, a lot, and you was like, you know what, I wasn't even really ready for this shit yet. I was just tired of being lonely. You know what I'm saying? I was just tired of just being by myself, and so I'm entertaining another person now. You know what I mean? And you not even, whether it's emotionally or whatever it is, you're not even really ready for that relationship. Or you know, it gotta be a relationship. I don't think sometimes. Sometimes it's just like you just hanging out with a person a lot, right? You just, y'all gonna do stuff together. You just want somebody to go to the spot with, to go out to dinner with, to go wherever, just to hang out, go to the gallery and walk around with. You just want somebody to be there with you. You know what I mean? Like you just want that social whatever. By the way, did we cover the show with the Negro that jumped from the second story of the gallery and broke his shit?
Did we talk about it?
I don't think we did. I remember talking about it outside the show. But...
That Negro is insane. This Negro jumped.
I feel like you played it. I feel like you played the video.
Did I play it? Okay, I hope I did, because this Negro jumped.
Well, maybe it was on the end. Maybe it was like after the show, and then you said you were going to take the next show.
He was running and jumped from the second story down to the ice skating ring in the gallery in Houston and broke both his legs. Lord have mercy. What was he thinking? Did he think he was going to land on the ice?
Please. He was skating on thin ice. That's
he clearly wasn't thinking straight, because it's like you still got caught. Like,
I want to know, like, best case scenario in his mind, what did he think was going to happen though when he jumped to the ice?
I don't know. Who knows?
He was gonna break through and be water. He gonna be like Beyonce. Let me know. Like, look what you did to my.
Oh my god! Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
When
he
you
thought
jump,
his legs were strong. He like, I be in the gym. He thought he was gonna go boom, and then like.
No, but that nigga had no knowledge of ice. Like obviously he's never ice skated. He's never been on thin ice before. He didn't know.
right,
That like nigga, there would be no grip there for you. Like even if you thought that you could make that story jump, like there's like no, you're gonna bust your shit immediately, and from that height, you're fucked.
Yes, it's a 0% chance that works. Zero. It's no percent. No, nothing. You're going to hurt yourself.
Well, I always heard that criminals aren't the smartest people. So
hold on, Lionel. I don't know. Hold on. We can't.
I mean, there's always outliers. Just in anything, there's gonna be an outlier. There's probably, but across the board, absolutely not. That's just normal. And that's, you can just look on YouTube and see that.
They're not the smartest.
Depends on the level of criminals. There are hella levels of criminals.
What type of crime, right? What type of crime is he doing?
But the other, I don't know.
No, I'm like, because there are some high class, there's some boosters out here that could get the job done, right? Like they would have been able to hit the store and not even have to jump from the second floor and do any of that shit. They was able to get out the mall. So
here go a dude right here that y'all may see in the mall soon, because he waited till he got to prison and decided he was going to be a clothing designer. Let's go. Yeah, there you go. He in there designing clothes and there you go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What? Oh yeah. Okay.
Put it together, my boy. Yeah. I'm supporting you. Tupac Kev, don't nobody else care. I'm supporting your movement out here. You got look at the fit.
Hey,
No, because I didn't know where it was going at first.
No, I didn't either.
I
That
thought
just
those
show
was
you like
My boy got the fit.
Like,
y'all got to show support, man, with his clothing line, man.
No,
No, like
I can respect it because if you're gonna be sitting there all that time, you better pick up a skill. You better like gain some knowledge on some type of come up. So shout out to him for not like just sitting there wasting his time.
It is. Hold on. Hey, side note, y'all know the other No Strings just went back live recently. Well,
I would never know that because there is no this.
There is, yeah, I was like, why would we know that?
In a different universe? Where? Like what?
Right.
The other, my twin.
It is.
Doppelgangers out here.
He said different definition of putting that shit on. Yeah. He got it. Listen, when you in prison and you decide, man, I'm finna like he made a bubble jacket in prison. Lord have mercy. Okay, shout out to him.
I did some. I did some, man.
Yeah. The brand name. Hold on, this is funny. The brand name is Prison Sheets. Hilarious, by the way.
Is that really the name of it?
I don't know. I didn't even see that. But is that the brand? It might have been. I might have missed. Hold on. No, I don't think. I think that was a joke. But what is the name of the damn brand, nigga? I don't know.
That shit could be hard by the time he get out. I wonder how long he got left.
No, for
real.
real.
How much time you got, nigga?
Hopefully he got a good head on his shoulders now, or always did, and he in for some other shit.
Because he did the pants too, shout. He did the pants, he did the jacket.
He tie-dyed them and shit when he was in the scene. Like, I see you. Like, somebody's gonna help him out. He will have him a good testimony.
Yeah. Torian sound like he'll move you in.
You know what? I just might. He learned how to make a leather trench coat. He got me. I'm like, yeah, finish that coat. I need that trench, real leather. Sorry, Peter.
Damn. Oh man. Okay, so are you ready to date or are you just lonely? Let me know in the chat. Have y'all or maybe a friend of y'all's ever been in a situation where you were like, y'all wasn't even ready? You were just lonely. You know what I'm saying?
And what they say to masturbate or bust that nut, and if you still miss them after that, then
hold on, whoa. Say, whoa.
That post nut clarity.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then decide whether or not to really how you feeling.
When you feel that way, just do that post nut clarity, and then see, because it has changed. Perspective, you know?
Like, oh, I didn't even need to see them.
Right, like
I didn't need
for real. I was just horny. It's just the hormones.
Yeah,
I've definitely been in a place where it's like I have to like question myself. But like Naomi said, like, and you know, I'm an Aquarius too, so we like our space. So like it'd be hard for me to even like want to think about being up under somebody 24/7. Like, I'm just like, no, let me go. Get out of here. I need my space. So I don't think I ever truly get lonely because sometimes I'm pushing the motherfucker out because I need my alone time. Like, I enjoy this shit. Like, please. But it do be sometimes where I do just want to talk to somebody. And like, well, I haven't gotten on the apps in so long now. Actually, I just lied. Wow, that's crazy. I did just get on the other day. Because I see it on my phone, like, oh, I forgot about this. I just went on there, I did a few swipes, but then I was like, I don't want nothing from this, not just exit to the app.
I promise that'd be my ass. I had that shit on my phone for 2 days and just like miss swipe. I'll go through all that shit. I'm like, none of these niggas is my nigga. delete.
And then somebody will write me, and I'm like, you know what? Let me exit off this motherfucker.
To be fair, the wedding that I went to this past weekend, which I love the couple, Alexis and Michael Holyfield. Shout out to y'all. They met each other on Tinder, and like you know,
Wow.
I think
I
they're
met
such
some
a
great
great couple.
niggas on Tinder. They weren't all that great, but I met some of my favorite men on Tinder.
No,
But it
and
was
it's
just
fucking
like,
cool.
but it's just very precarious. Like if you're down to be having sex, then Tinder is definitely like that.
Oh damn! Don't put that on Tinder.
That's already on Tinder. It's literally a hookup app. What are you talking about?
Tinder. What they used to say back in DTF down the. Okay, go ahead, Lion. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, that was it. I was just that made me think of that when you were talking about swiping because they mentioned that like they met on Tinder, decided to go on a date. He showed up late to the date, but like it worked out for the best. I think literally I said they're one of my favorite couples of all time. I love their energy together. Yeah, and and the wedding was it just reflected that they're so popping. But they met on Tinder, and like who would ever guess? So it could work for you. You never know.
Yeah, it works for some people. It works for people, but
No, and it does, but I've had enough other sides.
Enough is enough.
Because for one, it be hella broke niggas on Tinder too.
Whoa.
So it's like no fact.
I'm not gonna let you
I've been
disrespect them dudes like that.
I've been banned off Tinder for like.
Well, there you go. You should have been banned.
4 years. No, I think I'm banned off most of the sites. That's how I know I shouldn't be on there.
How did you hold on, slow down. How'd you get banned from Tinder? How does that happen?
I got banned for Tinder because I was trying to like find like a pay pig on some shit. And I got banned for Bumble for like looking for weed, I think. And when I was in Puerto Rico or somewhere, I was trying to get.
So the app is pretty much reading your messages.
I think
it's like
it was on like
keywords.
I think it was on my bio. Like, you know.
Oh,
damn, hold on.
No, they be going through
because you have to like how else would people know like what I'm here?
Like I'm looking for the
Let's be
weed.
clear. Let's be clear.
I'm looking for the weed.
Like I need this. Like I need this now. Like if you got it, let me know.
Yeah.
No, and so that's why I think Hinge is the only dating site that's like open for me that I can actually use my real number. But I'll have like I'd be having a Google Voice number, so I would just still be getting on Tinder even though I was banned. I would still on Bumble even though I was banned.
See, I'm so behind.
Use my fake number.
I've been married too long. I thought Plenty of Fish was the sex app.
I mean, that's old. That might be on Plenty of Fish number. Or
I've never heard of that before.
But that's an old one.
I would just be looking for sex on it.
Okay, looking for tricks. They said Naomi was just looking for some tricks.
No, at a time I've had many different iterations where I've been like on Tinder.
It's like who on here?
Like what? Yeah,
I saw a dude on a podcast. What y'all think about this? He was on a podcast. I got some opinions as well, but he was on a pod and he kind of went viral because he was like, in 2025, women are comfortable calling men tricks, but don't consider themselves hoes.
Do they not? I feel like they consider themselves hoes.
Torian said clock. Yeah, he was like, how y'all run around calling all these niggas tricks? You know, well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
yes, she's a hoe.
I mean, I guess she would only be a hoe if she actually was engaging in sex, but some of these tricks be giving that shit away.
That's what I was gonna say. See, that's the part.
That's the type of shit that I'll do. I'll go as
that was that girl. She was like, I got me a trick, and he said, hell no, find your way back to the States.
Yeah, that basketball player, shout out to DeAndre Ayton. He was like, nah. You know what I mean? Like, but like, well, hey, LT, the problem is now you got this new age where like dudes is tricking for 30-second videos. You know what I'm saying? Send me a 30-second video and they trick for that. They good. They'll shoot you some money to your Cash App for a 20-second video that you didn't send to 30 other or 100 other motherfuckers. The same video. You don't even gotta like
a type of exchange if you're talking about something like that.
No, I'm saying that as like the extreme.
I feel like a woman could like still have a nigga that's tricking and not even have to do all that.
100% agree. I'm just saying that is like the extreme example. I'm saying like that they doing that way before they get like. I think these dudes now. I think where we are this climate now. I think women have been winning heavy for the last 5 to 7 years, heavy in the game, because they don't. These dudes are like the tricking culture has become very popularized, especially with the strip club stuff. It's cool to just like spend money for like just for a woman to like post you or do certain stuff. I don't think these women got to do a lot of shit. I think these women can just
No,
like.
and I'm like, you talking about posting. I feel like that's even so much. That's even more out of the purview.
Okay, well, shit, there you go.
Yeah. Hey, it'd be like that.
Yeah, tricking ain't what it used to be. It used to be you had to, we call tricks, we used to say pay to play, right? We used to call it pay to play, nigga. If you want to play, you got to pay to play. Well, now.
No, so it's on the same side for the women too. It's like, okay, and so you're going to have to pay, and you might find out your investment didn't pay off for you. Like, you might find out that you never get to play. Because I remember this old ass man, like, it was my one time, like, having like a little sugar daddy type shit. And and it's because I had went to the liquor store. I was leaving the liquor store. Or I was pulling up to the liquor store. You know, he was trying to talk about shit. Nigga, no. And like when older men be trying to talk to me, it'd be like, bitch, I will run your motherfucking pockets. Please do not play with me, old man, because you know you're not supposed to be talking to me. You know you're not supposed to be talking to me. He trying to talk to me. And he was like, I think he was leaving the liquor store. Or like maybe he was walking in when I was pulling up. He was trying to talk to me on some shit. He was like, I get your bottle. I get your bottle. Or maybe he was coming in as I was leaving out. He was like, I would have got it for you. I was like, well, nigga, give me the money then. Like, I'm still right here in front of you. No facts. And he did give me the money right then. And so I let him have my number. Boom. And like, yeah. And I think he only sent me money a few times before he was really, I don't think I ever met up with him. Like, I remember I was out with my friends. I was like, he sent us money for the night. And yeah, but I never fucked with him. I remember he brought me Tips Trees cookies to my job. And I think that was the only time I see him in person. But then he wanted to like really fuck with me. And so I had to leave it behind. I think I still probably have his number saved in my phone, or I did for a long time. And it was like the grandpa. I was like, if I ever, let's see if it's still there.
Yeah, if I get down too bad, I'm gonna hit that nigga up.
Oh no, that's not even
in the block.
Look, so I couldn't even get down that bad. I'm like, I did take it out, but it was there for a long time. It was literally just a grandpa emoji.
Dang.
Oh, that's crazy. That's me. He was like divorced. He had all these grown ass kids. Like, he was out of line trying to talk to me. So it's like,
why was he out of line? He was trying to see what's good.
You know, Pirates of the Caribbean is like my favorite movie. And like they have one of my favorite lines that like goes to everything. It's like, take what you can, give nothing back. Like that's a like pirate law that I very much live for. Like, cause I feel like I'm more on the taker side of the spectrum than like the giver. So I'll definitely take what I can for you with the least, me having to give you the absolute least of the shit.
What's the hold on? Ain't it the movie? What was the Takers movie? Is that the movie with Chris Brown in it? Mm-hmm. What's the movie with Chris Brown?
Michael Ealy and Idris Elba.
Oh, that's such a sad ass movie at the end. That nigga said, "Which way you going out? I'm going this way. You going?" I was like that kind of. That's one of the few movies that I actually saw.
But it was his fault again. Chris Brown died in both of the movies because of shit he did.
Hold on, so Chris Brown. Hold on.
Because so Chris Brown, remember, he had like a little like sign that he would always do. Like he did some shit to the camera, and somebody just a detective ended up being able to lock it down like that. It was him and his crew.
So how many movies has he been? He been in that movie. What's the other movie he was in?
And then he was in Stomp the Yard, where he also got.
Oh yeah, he got killed like in the opening credits of Stomp the Yard. They got him out of there early.
No, they had us all go see Stomp the Yard just for Chris Brown to get killed in the first 5 minutes. Like,
yeah,
we only came here for him. We only came here.
They got him out of there quick. No. He did the little headstand shit. They're like, yeah, nigga, get you up out of here. Yeah. He gone, nigga.
They was lucky it ended up being a good movie, but
no,
I was really so upset. Like, oh my god.
So I was like, what's going on?
They deceived everybody.
Like everybody, I remember like the sound like in the theater, like what? Oh my god!
And then they kept the guy that really like they didn't need to keep him.
Like,
that's
no, we was like, not this a Columbus Short movie.
I know, I'm like, I know they literally could have let that be Chris Brown that played that role. Like, come on.
They're like,
Hey,
Chris
Columbus
doesn't have
Short-
the range. Chris,
He was in that hole down there in the damn pool, the clear. He with them old stiff ass dance moves. He was practicing. Nigga, stop all that old bullshit, nigga.
I
That
swear
shit
that
outta
was
here.
so problematic to me. I was very uninterested in that movie. Like that movie, I couldn't even tell you. I know that moment like we were up to Thetas. Like that was a little vibe, but besides that movie could go.
Thetas.
We read Davis.
We walking.
But they could have still had that moment with Chris Brown. So that movie is.
What a Theta new Theta at, man. Theta new Theta in this bitch.
Wow.
I feel like it was a scheme that Todd set up. For real.
You know why you know why Chris Brown died in every movie.
That was the only movie he died. Well, he died the other one. It was that.
It's because of Rock Nation.
I was
gonna say Omarion.
No, it's because of Rock Nation.
Damn it. Omarion doesn't have.
He didn't die in this Christmas. I love this Christmas.
No, I love this Christmas.
And we love
and
this
that's
Christmas.
another movie.
This Christmas. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yes, I love that movie. They should take a note. I love that movie.
Shout out to Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry don't kill Negroes in this movie.
Tyler Perry. That was not a Tyler Perry.
It was just a black movie. Good old
Look, and Deborah Linda was in that movie too.
It was a bunch of Negroes. I just assumed Tyler Perry. My bad.
You know, his be like the off. They don't be the major stars. At that point, it wasn't the major stars in his movies.
He said, "Oh, yo, yeah, man. It's because of Rock Nation. He dying all the time. God damn it." Rock Nation
That's
is
crazy, but he was probably the first one they took down, yo. High key, right. When you look back on it, when you see like how they was doing the
really was.
of the women, like that was shit.
Rock Nation got him up out of here.
Yeah.
Did y'all see? Hold on.
Could
We've
be.
been talking about it forever on the show, and we finally got the end of the Cowboy Carter tour in Vegas, and it was the Destiny's Child reunion.
I don't want to talk about it.
Torian was so happy.
I was so happy but so mad. Like I was so happy but so mad because I'm like, damn, I knew I should have went to the Vegas show. Like, I just knew it, but I was like, nah. No, somebody.
Are you mad at yourself? Like, who are you mad at?
Mad at myself. Mad at Beyonce too for why she do that on the last show. like
she has a career to run. The show must go on.
No, the show was surrounded by me because this is my world, my reality. So in my reality, she should have did right by me.
That's fair.
Your reality, you chose the wrong path. You're supposed to be at the show. She did it for you.
Right. No, she
I
did.
know.
That would have been so many firsts. Like my first time in Vegas. Like,
you ain't never been to Vegas?
No, I never been to Vegas.
Oh man, come on, dog. Turn up.
I need to go. Let's go. Low Strings takes Vegas.
You know, I'm ready to go. You know, that's my favorite city. You know, I take that. That's my third favorite city. My favorite city is Seattle. That's my favorite city.
And we could stream the whole time we there.
24-hour live stream.
Get on Twitch.
Such a crazy stream, you know?
Like
it would be. They'd be like, these are the people we be watching every Wednesday.
I know.
Like they be seeming so
You know,
upstanding citizens.
Right.
I'm always ready to be in Vegas. I'm always.
They be like, Lionel.
Lionel just won't stop dancing.
No, they would have a timer going. How many rocks?
This weekend, like y'all know, I haven't been drinking. It was like 41 days, but then I had like nothing but red wine at the wedding. But God knows how much red wine I had. It was just like endless red wine. And so like before I knew it, I had the dance floor in shreds, like you know.
As you should.
Tearing it up as I should. Yeah, and it was worth it. It was such a time. Yeah. That was a
That's
special
when you cut a rug. Shit.
Right,
My cousin
totally
did
did.
it acted up too. Hey.
Yeah, I cut a rug. So I definitely left it all on the dance floor, and then at the after party too, we left it all on the floor. But yeah, so that's totally my body. If you don't know,
Lotto, put it on the floor.
I'm like, y'all got to start hiring me for these events, you know, because I was clearly entertainment.
Ain't gonna be no more free, Randy.
For real, that's totally my vibe. At this point, I'm like, hold on, I feel like I'm the entertainment. I'm like, hold on, everybody else dancing. Like,
Let me make sure I put this in here. Although I love me some Tracy Ellis Ross, she sends out so many confusing signals. I don't know what she wants me to do. Because here goes Tracy in this. Tracy Ellis Ross says, when it comes to marriage, women have to wait around until, quote unquote, the man is ready, not waiting for partnership to find your. Listen, okay. First of all, Tracy, let me just go. Before I go there, here's why I'm confused by Tracy, because you say all that, but then we online, Tracy. I'm following you online, right? You're telling me, oh, you got to wait for that and wait for this. And, okay, you didn't have more than a few good men, Tracy. But then I'm trying to figure out, like, what you want me to think? Because, like, you sending me these thirst traps. You know what I'm saying? You're throwing them cakes out there, Tracy.
Is that real?
You're throwing me them cakes out there,
AI.
Tracy.
That's AI.
No, she's on a cheer. It's just a cheer, so it's poking it out some more. You know what I mean?
But still, I don't know. Did she post that actually? I'm gonna go to her page.
Yeah.
that's why I feel like at the end of the day, like she's not married, so she don't need to speak on marriage.
I'm with you, Lionel.
She need to like stay at her lane, which is just single.
Well, she's
and
not
maybe
talking
waiting.
about marriage. She's talking about when people are ready.
Whoa. Right
she's
here she
talking
is.
about
Dorian, there she goes.
Talking about. Yeah, but it's not like a marriage. It's talking about the dating to get to that point.
It says when it
But
comes
not-
to
I mean,
marriage.
What she said is true. Like
that's
is
not
like,
even the post that she says, so that could literally just be what.
No, here's what I'm
what
saying,
is this? What the neighborhood talk?
But here's what I'm saying, though.
He could have just said.
So you think that Trey? Hold on. So y'all think?
Because more for me, what I've seen, like in watching my dad, it's like he had.
How old is your pops?
I don't know, 60 something. Shit.
Jesus, you don't know. Okay,
But,
go ahead.
see, I don't know how old I am sometimes. Shit.
Damn, nigga, stop
You be thinking I'm 24.
You're 44.
I still be like, how old? I'm like 23. I mean, damn, what the fuck?
My mom sure don't be knowing how old I am. I'm like, girl, we're 26 years apart. Just do the math, please.
And that's the
Like,
part. It's too much. 26. is
No,
off
she
number.
had
That's
literally hit me
Yeah,
with
26 is a wild number to do math on. I ain't gonna lie.
My mom was like, Naomi, you're 30? Like she told me this like some months ago. She was like, whoa. I was like,
like yes,
Mama gotta have a life too. Shout out to baby boy. Shit.
But no, what I was saying, like I done seen my dad like have women who was ready, but like it wasn't until he was ready when he did end up settling down. So like I see her point in that. Like I see a lot of men do that. Like they only got married once. They was ready. Like they finally wanted to be a good man, stop cheating and shit, and that's when they went and got married. And then you got girls in the back like, damn, like I was with you holding you down, and then like all of a sudden you get to a better place, and now you want to just marry this next bitch.
That's gonna be me with my husband. Bitch, sorry. Sorry, you made his ass 3 hours. I'm like, bitch, you waiting for me. That's why.
That is the reality. Because like, what are you gonna do? Like, propose like Chrissy Jones? And like, I can't even call him Chrissy Jones. Like, you could propose 100 times, and if it is what it is, it's up to you to say, you know what? What are your intentions for marriage?
To be in that.
To be fair, for me to give
on that too, and I see that end of it too. But that's why I'm saying like it. Both things can be true. Both things can be true. Like
when it comes to men have to be the ones to prepare to propose marriage. Period. Like,
but here's the thing, though. Here's my thing, though. But here's the thing.
But let me also say.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Because when women are in control of that shit, like. We will be proposing all the time. That's why the lesbians be in that shit. Like, because men got consent to like slow some shit down. Like, men will actually like have some logical feelings about it. Because women, like, we can go like full in, like, oh, we love you. We want to be with you. We're ready to get married. Like today, let's move in. Let's
You
do it.
the
Let's do
one that I
it.
think about
Like
all
if it
day.
was up to the women, like we would do that shit. And so sometimes we do need that balance as a man. Like, hold your horses, girl. Like, hold your horses.
But I just feel like for women, they like okay. So Tracy Ellis Ross is 52 years old. She's gorgeous. She's successful. I can guarantee you. I don't know, but I can guarantee you that she's had a bunch of quote unquote good men in her life. Here's what I'm saying.
Maybe not.
The men. No. What I'm saying, like what she's waiting on, the men she's describing is the men that she wants. Right? Those are the men. Like she wants those men, and they haven't quote unquote got to that point yet. But there were plenty of men, I promise you, that were ready to wife her up. I promise you. There were a bunch of men that were ready to wife her up. She didn't want those guys though. So don't make it seem like
probably weren't good.
Hilarious.
Well, and so I'm not
fair. Here goes.
I'm just not of the belief that people. That's crazy.
Here goes a male producer, Brian Michael Cox, very successful, 47. He recently wrote on his Twitter, "Okay, so I am ready for my wife now." People are like, "Damn, at 47, he ready for it?" Yeah, he said, "I'm good. Yeah, I'm ready for my wife. I'm looking for a wife."
And I think honestly,
he go tweet this and not call me.
Hilarious.
Like, nigga, I'm right here.
When I be thinking about like what for a marriage to kind of be successful, I think there is a level of maturity that should be there. Like I don't think that's
52. How mature she
no,
gotta
I mean, and I feel like shit, if you're not worried about having children, like because that was
clearly she's not, she's 52.
No, that's what I'm saying. So like if you're not worried about having children, I wouldn't necessarily like be hella like forcing partnership either, or at least marriage, maybe not partnership. I would say marriage, because yeah, if kids are out of the equation, it's like, okay, so we got some time to figure out like this marriage shit. Right. I would only really feel like I'd be wanting to get married because I am ready to be like having some kids. That's what would make me get married, is because I'll be wanting to have more kids. And I know I want to be in like a committed relationship and in that space when I am having more kids. But shit, if I wasn't having no kids, I would not be tripping on no marriage shit. Like, especially if I wanted to be successful, because I just be thinking about like, I'm gonna live for a long time. And you know.
So that's why I feel like from her perspective, I don't know that she wants to be married. I know that her mom is just not married, and I think that plays a big role. Like if you like grow up and seeing a marriage and versus not, like that's just gonna have some kind of effect on whether you aspire to that or not. And ultimately, like I feel like she just is used to being who she is, and I think that affects marriage. Same way with men. I think that it's gonna be harder for an older guy that is just. He sees life a certain way, like he wants the shit to go his way. Like that's probably gonna be a lot harder for women to get with your program, because in marriage it takes such it's like a receiving and giving, and such a growing together and like a sacrificing of self in so many ways. And I recognize a lot of people are not here for. Like, first of all, that's what I was saying. First and foremost, you need to know who you're dealing with. To say, is marriage something that you want genuinely, not like something that's sold to you, something that was told that had to happen this time, or you just seen everybody else do. Like, is marriage something that you want and desire out of life? And then once you have that answer, then you would know if you can grow with this person into something like that or not, versus just having even these far off expectations for a person that won't ever come to life, you know? So I think you could definitely play yourself and be delusional too. You got to know who you're dealing with across the board in every situation. We always say that. But like, yeah, I would think that speaking on marriage from that perspective could be misleading, because that's just like her perspective and like her situation. Where ultimately, yeah, it is in the hand of a man. That's the truth. Like, yeah, it's not like a bad thing. And you could say whatever you want to say, but at the end of the day, that takes like a crossing of lives. And so it's going to take two people, period. It's going to take the man, but it's also going to take the woman wanting to play the role of a wife as well. And then that would happen. And I think it's just by chance that people get married. And then to even get married is one thing. To get to the altar, but then to even stay married that's the real fight. For real. That's like they say,
That's a fact.
getting anything is not the hard part. It's not getting something. It's keeping it,
Keeping
keeping
it
that
right.
shit running and maintaining anything, whether that's a house, a car, your good hair, your hair that you didn't sprouted this year, boy. Now the hard part is keeping it moisturized and keeping that shit sprouting. But that's just goes across the board, exactly. No matter what it is, it's not getting it, it's keeping it.
So
And so
like
yeah.
I kind of feel that because when you was talking about like all the good guys she could have met, because I could say that for me, if I ever just wanted to settle into a relationship where I'm just married to like a good guy that's like I don't really like love him like that, but like
But he's a
hey,
good guy, Savannah.
like but he's here like I'm married, like I guess I'm married and I'm like being taken care of
Right.
on a
Right.
level. So like I would be kidding myself if I would ever, so if it had to be like be single or like to be in this relationship where it's like I'm just here just for the title basically, or I'm just here for the fucking vibes to like give that and not really wanting to sign up like you said, Lionel, like really like wanting to be engaged in what marriage is with this person and all that it comes with and envelops. Like I would dead ass only get married because I'm in love with you. I've only felt like I I'd say I probably felt like I would marry my baby daddy at a time. I was a fucking kid. And so like, but at this time I know like the only person I would ever really consider marrying and doing like marriage with on that level that I understand of all the things that it means to like have a life with somebody, right? And to build a
Right.
life with somebody and maintain a life with somebody. So yeah, and that's not something that is just like, hey, I could just find this shit a dime a dozen. Like any of these niggas
Right.
that pop up are the ones that I would want to be married with. Cause yeah. And so I think that's
It's
yeah.
the I feel like on there's a Jay-Z and Beyonce album. I can't think of the name of it right now.
Is it
Like
the
something,
Carters?
is it the Carters was like Love Happy?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, one of those songs says like there's an interlude where someone's
Hmm.
saying like it's just like the like choosing and accepting of a person over and over again. And like I
Without
think that's
stepping
powerful. And then like
foot
right,
apart.
exactly. And like Tina Turner said, what's love got to do with it? Like it's so much more beyond like love is powerful and it is an action and decision, but at the same time, like there's so many times where you don't feel the best in a relationship or in a marriage. And you don't feel you don't feel the way you felt when you said I do, that doesn't always just feel this that doesn't feel like that all the time.
Right.
But the choosing of this person and the effort and the energy and the love to be able to go forward with this person and be able to get to that space again, that's the true like parts of marriage, just like the down. But that's how it works, and you push through those things and work together. It's not a matter of just like the feels of it all, because marriage is ancient. Hello, like marriage is so much wiser than any bitch that could walk the planet right now. Like any of us, and marriage is so ancient, and it's gonna clock you. Don't think for a second it's gonna clock you. Like not just like don't think you're gonna come in my house and bitch you take your shoes off. It's like okay, and then here's the first obstacle for you because bitch you should have left your shoes at the door. And it's like so then it has all these things set up for you like to be able to even test to see is this even bitch what you thought it was? Is it what you can even take? Is this for you? And it's gonna challenge you. And if you're gonna say no to that, then like you're gonna get divorced for sure. But like otherwise you like say, you know what? And you like you let marriage know you got hands too. And like you put your shit on and you get out there and fight for it.
Squabble up.
Hmm.
And I
But I
love
think that people have a perception like that is maybe more feeling based, and like they're like, I'm not getting the feeling that I need, which I don't challenge, but it's just you have to be like, there's two sides to a coin, you know, and then there's like six sides to a dice. That's more like marriage. It's like just to roll this bitch, and then normally you have two dice together, so you roll them bitches
and
for real, and you don't know what side it might land on, but at the end of the day, you decided to play this game.
Yeah, agreed.
I love it.
Agreed.
I
Yeah,
love
it's a
it.
lot.
Lionel 30 in his marriage bag.
I
Period.
know.
Put
I
this on
know.
my
We might
I
have to
know.
start.
Oh, they said
Oh,
we ain't
oh.
starting no new nothing.
marriage really just clocked him a little
We ain't
time.
starting no new nothing.
Marriage,
Well, good. I
please.
wanted to say that. I
My
feel like
bad,
I'm
Joe.
giving,
Like he got hands marriage.
and but I feel like I give Tracy Ellis a benefit of the doubt. I feel like as she's this older person, I feel like she's more spiritually aligned. So I feel like she not just settling for whatever. And I mean, and then she rightfully so can call out that like she see that men only get married when they do it. It's she couldn't even be speaking from her like own experience. She could be just speaking from like seeing the male figures in her life or just the people that she see. Like she in this industry and she see that these men only really get serious at this certain point when they ready, but they have like all these like wonderful women who just be they see and go. And it's like, damn, like y'all just be having all these wonderful women, and it's like, what point for you? And it's maybe her just asking that question, like, what is it when men that y'all like have all these acceptable women, and then like at some point you just click and you just get married to this next woman?
You just
No,
never
and see,
know.
and
The
that
next
goes
woman might
into
have
what
things.
Roy was trying to say too. And so, why are you thinking that acceptable? Like, because like acceptable doesn't mean that's the person I want to spend my life with. Like,
Right.
and I think you know, like at the end of the day, or at least I knew. I say that I knew, and I know, right, and I could tell the difference between somebody, and I see people in relationships. I can even look at like people's relationships around me where I'm like, oh yeah, this is like a really good thing for my friend. Oh, this is like I could really see that, boom, this is it. And then in some relationships I see my friends in and I'm like, they'll see eventually. Like they'll see eventually. Like, they're gonna do their thing. I'm like, as long as y'all come out without a baby, that'd be me. As long as y'all don't, I'm like, that'd be me. You could tell that's when I don't like nobody. I'm like, okay, just don't have no babies, okay?
Like, please.
You can get out of here clean and look at that. When it's time to go, you can go, okay?
But people have
I
lessons
don't
to learn
think
too.
that it's
So
like,
they have lessons. And,
I don't think it's like that for men either. To just, so I don't know, because I know that is kind of a big discussion. Is it like men reaching a certain point? So I feel like if men are reaching, like, let's say the age of like 40 up and feeling like, okay, now I'm ready to settle down, and maybe they just settle down with whoever, like they get them a nice looking young girl who's not really into them, not really like, where it's obviously like this ain't it. But if it is a man coming to his like 40s and he's like found a girl or a woman that he like truly loves, and like, yeah, I'm at this point where I could settle down. And maybe it's at a point where he could have kept going, because it's not like niggas can't keep going. But he's deciding to be like, I think I'm actually gonna try this thing for real, like to actually do this. So I think, yeah, there could be an energy of that too.
So as y'all were talking, as everybody's been talking through this though, I'm going back to what Lionel said.
Guys, I'm scared. Everybody grab something. Everybody hurls. He's thinking. This is never good.
Hey, y'all gotta blame Lionel for this one, because Lionel brought up the analogy. What's love got to do with it? Now, what's love got to do with it? And I'm saying that from the perspective of, I know a lot of dudes, and we've all seen a lot of men, because typically in our society, you know what I'm saying, it's like once a man gets a certain amount of money, prestige, whatever it is, he can now go out and get a woman, right, that he can quote unquote take care of, and she's okay with however he looks. We've seen, DJ Khaled's a fat piece of shit. Let's just be honest in terms of his, body. Well, let's just be honest. Shout out to DJ Khaled.
He's a fat random stray.
Well, he's a fat piece of shit.
He really did just get the stray.
Well, he's a fat piece of shit.
He just posted a picture of him on the beach laid out, and people just talking about it.
I know he's a fat piece of shit, but like he's very well paid, and so I know he's married now. But if he was to get divorced tomorrow, trust me, women would be lining up to to sign up for that. I'm saying that to
Oh,
say
He
this.
don't eat poom poom.
Right.
he don't eat
Well,
food.
shit.
Ain't no fat nigga gonna
Trust
tell
me.
you he ain't gonna eat.
Fat. Ain't no fat. Ain't telling you he ain't eating. Period.
Shout out to DJ Cal. He's standing on business. DJ Cal is
Shout out
standing
to
on business.
Nikki. She standing on business.
Well, no, I'm just saying though that like, you know, we're talking about love and all this stuff, and it's like when you talk about like these, you know, partnerships, companionships, marriages, some people are just getting into these and they're getting into it because they're saying, hey, you know, maybe we can learn to, or we can get to a point, because if you're around a person long enough, right, there's going to be a sense of, I don't want anything bad to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're around somebody for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, you don't want to see nothing bad, because especially if they haven't done anything to you, right? You don't want to see bad or harm come to them, right? And so now you've built up feelings. They've taken care of you. You know, if we're talking about like a relationship with like monetary value, and like you've been afforded a certain lifestyle in exchange for your companionship. And so, like, I mean, we live in a world where like there are still arranged marriages. So like,
No, and it works. I won't say that that's not something that doesn't occur. And maybe I just got to speak for me. I don't think I would ever step into a marriage if I'm not in love with the man. Period. Like if I don't love him.
So like, what does love look like though?
Us part. It looks like
what does love look like though?
Love looks like me being in love with somebody. I don't know how you want me to explain it to you.
No, I'm just saying, because like I don't think
I feel like, because love can look like, let's say I could have stayed with my baby daddy. I love my baby daddy. We're family at this point, right? And there was a time I could have stayed in our relationship and we would have been fine. Me and my baby daddy, like we could have still been friends and cool. And like I could have stayed in a relationship where I knew I was not in love with him, but it would have been comfortable. It would have been safe. It would have been like, you know,
right.
Normal, typical, regular, whatever the case may have been. But for me, that's not the way I want to continue. Or actually, I just found out that there's like greater love that actually is possible to exist on the planet. And so for me, after having that knowing, I'm like, that's the type of shit that I want to build on and like be with in that way. But could I get married to somebody that like I could love on a companionship level and like we can make a marriage work? Like it's definitely possible. Like, because at the end of the day, you can get to know somebody, you can care about somebody, and especially if y'all have like a mutual like path that y'all are trying to get on. And it's like, but it just gets too technical. It gets like too technical for me.
That's why tying into like the topic, it's so important to be able to have like, first of all, like that love for yourself, to be able to attract like equally yoked and like mindedness and like you know, attracted from that space, like you said, Naomi. And from there, like it'll grow. Like it will grow. Like I mean, not to say like, I don't know, I feel like ultimately where you're attracted from is where you're gonna like pull. But if that's not where you like want to pull from, then like you wouldn't want to like sign up for marriage in that situation for sure. But I don't know. It's just, it is what it is at the end of the day. But people can't be dependent. That's the thing. You don't want to be dependent and not able to like stand on your own too. That's what's so important, because it takes two whole individuals. And you'll like, I swear, like I said, when it comes to the test of like, that's why that something about Tracy Ellis Ross and what she was saying was a little red yellow flaggish for me. It felt like it's coming from a place of like hurt, or like it wasn't coming from a place of just like I'm happy, and like she said, like I'm joy on my own. It was like she's almost trying to prove that, versus like, yeah, like okay, like I would receive love in the marriage or not. Like if it doesn't happen, I'm so happy with myself. Like that would seem like it was coming from somewhere else. But really, like you just have to be able to be independent enough to be able to know like it might happen, it might not happen. If that's what you want, I don't know. I don't know. Marriage and love is such an interesting thing. I don't think that it could even be written. Like, I don't think that's a story that could even be written. Like when it happens, it's so like it knocks you down. Word to Carrie Hilson. Like and it just, and like at that point you submit or you don't. it's like you submit to it or you don't. But it does take two people. You would both have to be a part of that, or it will diminish. Like that's why I be saying love don't be enough, because you could feel so much love for somebody, but if you realize like, damn, like I don't know if I'm receiving this back, or I don't know if this is even sustainable, then that shit will diminish. You'll start to see everything for what it is. When like love will carry you, God, till probably eternity. Like love will just carry you out this bitch and beyond, in the name of just like this is how I see you though. Like anybody else could be like, what the fuck are you doing? That's why people be saying like crazy in love, dangerously in love, because at the end of the day, you see this person for like in a different way, in a different light. And that's the part that like where love comes in, because it covers up a magnitude of things to where you just looking at this person and just adoring. But that's what it takes. But I think that codependency is healthy. I said that earlier. I think it's so healthy, and it's essential to any relationship and to a marriage. But I also think like just being straight up dependent is like marriage is not like a
Maybe not
monetary
codependent. It's more interdependency.
interdependent. That's a really good word. Yes, because that's the reality versus
So that
like
is where you kind of are standing on your own, but you're still able to like support,
yes.
like, but you're still very much
Yes,
coming
and
from
that's why
a
I think
grounded
maturity
place.
is important. That's why you can't put a time on it. Girl, she's sitting up here looking like this, not married. And that's not healthy rhetoric to be putting out there, because then you have people that get married prematurely, divorced at their midlife crisis or whenever they start to realize shit, and then they end up married again and happy, and that one works. And so that's why it's like sometimes maybe just slowing it down is the option. Like what would you want to somebody to propose to you and marry you, and the whole time they wasn't ready, and like what is that narrative that she's putting out there do? Like that's just coming from a place that I can't put my finger on. But girl, don't make that face like that, and don't sit there and make that statement either. Like it just gives me you're not okay.
No,
Especially when
and
she
of
was
course
just.
she
I don't want
probably
too hard on my
did,
girl. I don't like.
because for
And I
one,
like Tracy. You know me. I love me some big eyed
I
Tracy.
just saw
But
that
she
she had a
was,
show on Roku. I want to watch her show, but I
wasn't
mean
she just talking
I feel
about
like that was problematic though.
but wasn't
A
she
little
just
bit.
talking about washing her panties in the sink when she out of
Mhm.
town?
Yes,
delicate.
there's nothing wrong with that.
They were her
Well,
fancy panties.
hold on. So who washing they? Okay, man, I don't.
You can't even spell villa in France. Please worry about
Right.
San Antonio
You
and not
might have to
San
watch clothes
Antonio.
regularly.
villa in Paris washing her drawers. Like you could never.
These niggas don't know how
Like
to spell prop.
y'all bitches can't even spell Prague.
Hey,
That's
all
right.
right, Roy, shut up.
I'm just saying she out here watching the
I'm just
draws.
saying, I see y'all point too, but I'm just
How
giving
you gonna
my
hate
girl
from
benefit of the-
outside of the club? You can't even get in.
Well, I'm just telling you, y'all talking about like she's waiting. She's 52 years old. How long is she gonna wait? So we gonna wait. She's 72 years old. She gonna get
And
married
maybe
for
she
2
just
years
wanna
and
get
die.
married.
But why you ain't got that same
Okay,
relationship
and I
with
feel
men who
like
gonna marry her at that same age?
Cause she's not gonna marry a man that's her age. I guarantee you, she's not gonna marry.
Why not? Well, black men ain't either. Shit, they marry younger too. So what's your energy with that?
Well,
Well, look, exactly.
who's
Sexy.
the younger man she's gonna like? Here's the problem, Torian.
Ain't no problem. You're the problem.
You got to start showing me all these younger men that these black celebrity women are marrying. Who are they?
No,
They got
it's
them
they're losing
from the
out.
black
Like
men.
Vivica Fox, like she's one of the
Talk to
ones.
me, Lionel. Let's go, Lionel.
She
No,
was
Vivica
like,
Fox in love with 50 Cent. Like if 50
That's her fault. That's
and he
her
never
fault.
proposed to her. He never did.
Yeah, that's her
Well,
fault.
it ain't like she got a prerogative for only younger people. Like,
Well, she got to get over the 50. That 50 shit was 15 years ago. Get
but
over that, baby girl.
It's a lot of. I mean, I ain't gonna just put it on me. It's a lot
Well,
of.
I'm saying, Tori, you got to start
Everybody.
giving me examples.
But more
Because you got
specific.
Taraji P. Henson out there. Like, okay, what you gonna do, Taraji? You getting
Y'all
up there,
using
baby
role
girl.
examples. Y'all main example should be Drea. Like
Drea?
Drea was a house.
She's not married. Hold on, Drea's not married.
Well, I mean, she with this 24-year-old.
But she's not married. She had a
And
baby
she's the
by a
anomaly
nigga.
too. She's like the anomaly.
Drea had a baby by a nigga that's the same age as her son. That's insane.
And she probably gonna marry him. So like she could be in the conversation.
Is he gonna marry her? That's the thing.
There you go.
Yes, because he got mama issues or something. I don't know.
Oh damn, that's insane if he marries her.
Well, not even that. He might just like cougars. He might just like older women.
For how
And that's
long?
It's
his
definitely
prerogative.
out here. It's definitely out here. Don't sleep because, yeah.
I'm not saying that younger men won't sleep with older women.
Naomi said, I got him calling me.
I'll
I'm
be
not
like,
saying younger
boy,
men won't
I'll be
sleep.
like, please, please,
You better off hanging off
please,
of
young
my
man, please, young man.
son.
And I ain't even peed. But
But Naomi, you're like in
I'm out
your
the
early.
game. I told you, I'm out the game of breaking hearts. I don't even
But
do it.
Naomi, you're 30. This woman is
No, and I already
52
know.
years
And so
old.
so I can just imagine, like, she could still, and I feel
How
like
many summers
it
does she
would
have?
probably
Let's be
still be
honest. How many
like
more summers she got?
standards,
Oh,
it
well,
would
not trying to
be
kill her
standards
off.
that she would have that would be making her not fuck with younger guys, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it would
For a lot of people in
necessarily
general,
be,
probably.
yeah, facts. And so I don't
She's
necessarily
Diana
think
Ross's
it would be
daughter.
like a lack of options from young niggas
Right.
that would like come at Tracy
See,
Ross.
I
Even
subscribe
because
to what
even
Lionel
for
said.
52, even at 52, a young nigga for her is 40. So I think a 40-year-old could definitely be trying to shoot his shot. And
Okay, but a
so
40-year-old dude ain't trying to
just,
shoot at a 52-year-old woman. I'm sorry.
You said 42, not?
I said a 40-year-old man's not, his first look is not a 52-year-old woman. I'm sorry. I apologize.
okay. And that's because you're assuming age, like you know how
I'm
old
not
Tracy
assuming
Ross
nothing. I'm
is.
assuming
No, I'm like,
biology.
you know how old Tracy Ross is, but you're not just gonna off top know all the time, like, oh, that black woman is over there at 50. Like she's definitely still gonna probably be looking at her 40. So
She's gorgeous. She's beautiful.
a 40-year-old man that's not looking for girls 10 years, they're younger. They would still like approach a woman in that age range. That's a basic age
Right.
range.
Look at Jalen. We just got done
And I
talking
think you
about
just get into a lot of ageism when it
Jalen,
comes to
we going
women,
after
especially black
Raya.
women. And I think you like to kind of throw in the face like unmarried, like black women. I
I
feel
don't
like
throw that in the face. I love.
no, I feel like that's something
No,
you like to
just
dig
to, I
into
don't
when
to
you kind
support
of like
his,
to get
his
into the
case.
work.
I'm
No, you
married
like
to
to
a
kind
black
of get into
woman.
the work. You
I
like
don't
to
know.
get
Are
into
you
the
a
work of black women who are unmarried, especially when they're older. So that's what I say that I could pick up
Okay.
from all the conversation that
But
I
I
had.
think
No,
that the
for
way
fact.
that men think though is because like at that age, even aside from just looks, like just the same way with older men, like I mentioned earlier, like once you're just at a certain age, you know life a certain way, you approaching it a certain way. Like it's gonna be so much harder to even get on anybody's program for anybody that's just hits a certain age. To switch programs is gonna be a whole nother thing. So that's why like I think men come from that perspective because it's our decision to say I'm gonna put a ring on that or not. So then when you have if you're 40 and you have somebody that's like 30, that would be a lot easier, 35,
No,
to
and
be able to
so when
like
you get into the control dynamics, and I think when you're doing like that, it's like, okay, go to therapy, sir. So if you're really going in consciously and you're like, you know what, she's gonna like be a little bit harder because maybe she like knows who she is. She has a whole like brain that's working. Maybe she doesn't need me. But look at this 30-year-old. She's like just kind of getting on her shit. She doesn't know too much. Her frontal lobes
well,
developed.
not that.
She can
She just
still
may be
kind of
more
like go.
submissive. Like for
No,
men, it's
because
not that
men, because
complicated. No, she's more submissive. That's gonna
no,
an
and
older
it's like,
woman
but
is gonna
why
be
is she more
no 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 no
submissive?
no no
But
no.
why would she
That's
be
how it
more
works.
submissive if you're just thinking a young girl is going to
Yeah.
be more submissive, that you're going to have more control over
Well,
her?
that's how it
Because of the
goes.
power dynamics are different. So that's what I'm saying. If you're going in consciously as a man, it would just be like, okay, go to therapy if that's how you're
I
going.
don't think
But
it's
men
necessarily
don't even
therapy. I
have to
think
do it
it's natural
self-consciously.
course. No, the
No,
same
and
way
it
that
can
no,
be, and
listen,
it can be. Because
the same way we get our
I'll say
frontal
my
lobes at a
nigga's
certain
10
age.
years
We
older
get our
than me, right?
we
So
get our
I
certain
understand it and I get it.
well, we get our frontal lobe at a certain age, and just the same way we continue to develop, women hit menopause at a certain age, and that's gonna affect the body in a whole kind of way. There's even pre-menopause, and so that like just as much as like men change, women do too. So when you're in a certain age, your body is going through enough hormones, just like when you first are introduced to even the dating shit. It might be a little amped up, and like you probably hyper on the shits because of the body. But at the end of the day, when you're like in a certain age group, you're able to say, you know what? subconsciously and probably naturally and instinctively as a woman, like I might need to play this role if I'm gonna find a husband. Once you get out of that group, then at that point you're gonna say, bitch, I'm not playing that role for nobody. And that's the same for men. That's just what it becomes. And like, so then you become in this category where now even dating is tougher. Now even talking about marriage, that's gonna be tougher because I think it is like physiological, like the body definitely goes through things, and like that's the same way it produces certain hormones at a certain time in life anyway, because it is in the name of mating and it is in the name of building these sorts of bonds. And sometimes you do like age out of that, and I think that we put so many conditions on shit when love is not conditional. It's not set up like that. And the older you get, you only kind of phase out of that and lose. I was saying in the beginning of this game when we played that video, that old guy, when this lady was like, okay,
you
you
pull it back
choosing.
up.
She's like, me or Black History Month, and she doesn't spin around, show her ass. He didn't even look at her. He was like, Black History Month, and like if you ask an 18-year-old that, like it's gonna look totally different. But like you do, I was saying like I'm 30 now, and I'm kind of just phased out of shit. Like, there's some shit I be saying all the time, like some shit I don't got time for right now. Like I ain't got time for it. And I can just only imagine how that natural internal clock spins as time goes on for people. So I think that's such a real part of it. And like, and men will realize that at a certain age, and it ends up just working with younger people.
And I would just like, because if you're talking about like there's a physiological where you're aging out of certain things, so you're a 50-year-old man and you're not aging out of like talking to 30-year-olds, that could be very interesting to see. Because unless like you
Well,
want to
50
come
and 30 is
from a
different. I feel
certain,
like
unless you
50
want
and
to
40
have
is
a
probably not the
certain
same.
dynamic, because at the end of the day, if you are forcing something, like if
It's
you
not gonna
happen
be
to
up.
fall in love,
It
if
won't
you
be
happen
going
to
up.
fall in love with somebody that's younger than you, that's another thing. Like when I met the love of my life, I know how fucking old he was. I know how old he was for some time, right? Like, cause shit, he looked about the same age as me. I'm like, we're probably like a few years apart. I don't know. I don't care. And so that's different as to where it's like, oh, how old are you? 29. Like I don't know if I don't like do all that. Like, oh, you're 22. Oh, okay, that's good. Like, how are you? So I think
So
that
yeah, would you fall in love and marry a 20-year-old right
hey,
now? Because that's totally legal.
no, and it is
Chances
totally
are
legal. And
not.
I'm not
Chances
saying,
are not.
but I'm just saying for you to be like an old ass man, especially because we could talk about women's hormones and going through menopause, testosterone levels drop too. And so
Right.
for a 30 year
That's
old,
what I said. It
like, and
affects
even the
people.
age group, even the age difference between me and my nigga, like that still can make me fucking anxious, like thinking about that. Cause yeah, I could have a very much a 30-year-old that's like on the same level as opposed to somebody who is my senior. So we can't just off top that think that like women are just going into these relationships with these older men just off the basis of, you know, genuine love and affection. But at the end of the day, like I said, marriage can work if y'all are coming and you're both, it's a mutualistic thing, right? If both people are eating what the fuck they need to, then it could work out. They're both getting what they need. You're coming for this, you're coming for this. Like, okay, boom. So we're connected. We're bringing our things together.
But I don't
So
think what Lionel was so when Lionel was talking about the part, see, I don't look at us at that certain thing as a negative. So when Lionel was saying like, yo, he get with the younger woman. So like, let's say a man who's 40, he can choose between a 50-year-old and a 30-year-old, and you're saying, well, you know, both are compatible, but the 50-year-old might come with like a little bit more that you gotta like work through and deal with, and he's saying, okay, I'm gonna take the path of least resistance. I don't think that like that says something negative about
Well, the
him.
man will always choose that. We're talking about
Yeah, like why
men.
would I want to go through
Like these are
that?
men that we're talking about at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
like why would I want to like go through something that's I know is gonna be difficult? Like,
But it's interesting because when you're younger, like men do date or like older. Like I know
yes,
like around
up
like
until a
early
certain point,
20s, yeah,
yes.
and like early late teens, early 20s, like maybe even 30s. Like you will see men date older, but it becomes a certain point where it's like and that's for a reason. Something's happened. I don't even know if that's a conscious thing, and I feel the
no,
same
it's
with
just
super
that
women.
women are more mature than men off top. And
Right.
so like to have, so if at the end of the day, I think it does come down to power levels and control, and like to how men are able to.
But like the control sounds like a dirty word, though. I feel like control is a dirty word.
I mean, men be controlling women. I don't know.
See,
if
that seems weird, though. I don't like the way
women be controlling me. I think people have,
no,
that
can happen too. But we're in a society where it's like men can make more money. Men are like running the household. Men are the leaders. Men are the one with the say so. Men are the ones who get to say when we're not married. And then, you know, these men are still stepping out in marriages. And like, so like,
women are stepping out in marriages too.
Tell your friends to
women
stop.
are stepping out in marriages too.
Tell your friends to stop, bro.
Not as much as men.
First of all, Torin, I don't know what you eating, but stop. First of all.
You said a couple of other.
Oh, well, you are on the wrong thing.
I'm just simply saying though that like
you're just saying that old black women don't deserve love.
No, I'm saying
that she missed out.
No, I'm saying that older black women, they get to again, Tracy Ellis Ross is 52 years old. Y'all mean to tell me that she never but Torin, so you trying to like she's saying, oh well, like marriage is da da da. Okay, fine. She's never met anybody that like wanted to wife her up. I promise.
That's what I was saying. The dialogue.
I think but he cheated on her. He cheated on her, broke her heart.
Like it would be different if she said, like, you know, I just haven't come across my person yet, and like, and
right,
like that's different.
And who knows what all she said in the interview? Like,
right, I was going to say that.
We've seen a few
Come on,
words.
Man. 52.
No, and so that's what I'm saying, Roy, because she's 52, like whatever. I don't know. It's an age thing that you got to get figured out.
How many more summers she got?
How many more summers you got? Oh yeah,
I don't know.
Take your ass around back.
I don't know.
But Tina Knowles got married again at a late age, but so did Matthew.
And she got divorced at a late age.
It didn't work out, but Matthew's still married. It worked. That makes me wonder what was their age, because I know the man was the one that was kind of like, nah, he was not with the shit from what I read.
Well, she married an older man. No, she married the older actor. What was his name? He was an actor.
Richard Lawson.
Richard Lawson. Yeah, he's a really good actor.
He was still marrying younger though. That's the thing. It's gonna be a rare situation where you're gonna marry. You're older and you're gonna marry somebody older than you as a man. That's rare. Not to say it doesn't happen. But that's the thing for me. I know it's not her looks. I know it's not her attraction, her money. There's like, I don't know, like why if maybe she just hasn't come across the person.
Lionel, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help my man Lionel out, because Lionel keeps saying the exact right thing. I don't give a fuck what nobody say right now. My man Lionel been 100%. He been writing exact all night. Because he's been saying this, and I'm gonna repeat it. He's been saying this. When you get to a certain age, to get you on my program, like this is my program. Like we gotta be real about certain stuff. If you getting with an alpha male who's saying, "Yo, this is my program," are you willing to get with this program, or do you have? Because like if you got at a certain age, if you start having resistance to my program, I'm kind of just cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, you know what?
She would probably be cool too, because I'm like, even if
you be cool over there though.
Program, if a man,
like, you gotta be cool over there.
If a man was to call himself an alpha man, like referring to himself, it's like,
I'm not saying you calling yourself that.
I'm just saying,
that's the way I'm presenting.
Like,
that's how I'm presenting.
Thank you.
And this is my program.
I'm like, okay, beta.
I'm saying like, this is how I'm presenting. This is my program. You not down with it? Move on. I'm gonna get people that's down with my program.
Like, we don't cry over your bald head.
I guess it's different.
I'm not bald headed, sir. I'm not bald headed, sir. I'm just saying, like, if you're not down with my program, I've always said that. At a certain age, this is my program. I'm laying down. This is how this is my.
No, and at the end of the day, that's like something that's gonna go with any relationship, right? We have certain things that we kind of expect and desire how a relationship to go. And so, but some
like
people, I think some people want marriage. Some people want marriage more than the person, and some people want a person like, and that's what can bring them toward marriage. And I feel like Tracy Ellis Ross, she could kind of like probably desire marriage, right? But not necessarily have found that person that she could do marriage with. And so if she's looking for that, all the best to
Listen,
her.
I guess
I
I'll see
believe
her
that
next
life could change
lifetime.
at any moment. And
It's
that
totally
at the
possible.
end of the
It's
day,
out
we
there.
can't miss what's meant for us. And so, like, God forbid, I'm like a 52-year-old woman, like, who hasn't been married yet. And like, here's some niggas on a podcast just shitting on me just because like I'm 50 years old. And
I
like,
never sat on her.
because I'm not
I'm not shitting on her
married.
either.
No, but I would know.
No, I
I'm
think we
telling you,
shot
I'm
on her.
speaking to Roy specifically because he always comes about women's ages, right? And like that's what I'm saying. He got an age thing. I'm like, cause
I don't.
how old is
I just
your
believe. See, no, the difference between. Listen, I love my sister Naomi because we the same sign.
And I
But me
don't
and
love
Naomi
you.
we have a fundamental difference. I believe in time. Naomi does not. See, I think time is a real thing.
And I believe love. I believe in love. I believe love is a real thing. I believe in God. I believe God is a real thing.
And being a real nigga. And
All
telling
that
the
is
truth.
debatable. All that is
Being a real
debatable to me.
teller,
And
unlike
real recognize real, and Roy is always looking fucking unfamiliar.
unfamiliar.
I
as
can never
fuck.
tell that nigga.
I'm
And I
telling
got
you.
20/20 vision. I still can't see this nigga.
Well, first of all,
I got
let me
my
say
contact
this.
on.
I've been
Where
looking
is-
crazy because I accidentally saved off my mustache by accident like last week. My shit been looking crazy. This shit was like totally accidental. I was yelling downstairs to the kids.
You still ugly.
First of all, fuck you, Dorian. First of all, I don't need no Dominican nigga to tell me how I look. Shit, I look good. Shout out to Charlie Boy. Pause. But no, listen, I don't have a problem. I just believe that like time is a real thing. I believe like
do you think
I
a woman,
recognize
woman
time.
loses worth as she gets
No,
older,
I don't think she loses
especially if
worth.
she doesn't have
I don't think
children?
anybody loses anything. I
Because
don't
I
think
think
anybody.
you know that's something that's perpetuated in society.
So I don't
And
think
so-
anybody loses
That is a
anything
good
in
question,
time.
though. That's a very good question.
I don't
But
think
it's
anybody
not
loses.
good.
I don't think
Next
anybody
show.
loses anything. But as Lionel said a minute ago, there are specific changes that happen in women, though, through time. Like we
Do you
gotta
think those are
acknowledge.
negative changes.
I don't say they're negative. It's not my place to say negative or positive. I don't get into that. I'm just acknowledging that there are changes that happen. And there are certain changes that say you no longer can produce life. That's a reality in on this realm of existence. Is that after a certain point, life is no. So whatever that does to you mentally, or maybe not, or whatever. I'm just saying now we got a 52-year-old woman who's never had kids. I don't know where she is mentally, right? I don't know if she's happy. Because I'm saying, here's what I'm telling you, Torian. Her 52-year-old counterpart can still go have a kid if he wants to. That's a fact.
Yeah, depending on his testosterone levels.
Right,
Depending
I
if
was
he
gonna say
like
that 'cause
produces
men go
sperm.
through,
So like,
like,
please
through-
don't just
through-
make it on the women that like, yes, men can keep producing sperm, but the
Right.
quality of the sperm definitely is decreasing. The potency of the
Agreed.
sperm
There
is
you go.
definitely
Look 'em up.
Agree. He might be
It's not
dribbling.
gonna get into
He
it.
might be dribbling.
But it's just like, you know
Viagra,
how like
old
when
ass.
women be like, so like, you know how like when they be seeing babies and like they be like, oh, my womb is like whatever. Like that's like
No,
that's
and I'm
like
a mother.
natural
I don't know how
stuff.
women actually survive so long. I'm like, I lost at 19. Like the urge got
But
me.
it was because it was men. It was totally
I was
men.
a
That was all
teenager,
that's
like
happening.
wanted to be a mom. So like that shit
But
was
that's
very much
normal. I don't think that the
ingrained.
thing that's crazy about teenage pregnancy is that society makes it hard for teenagers to exist on their own. But in the retrospective of time, I don't think it's crazy that teenagers end up having babies at such high rates. Although I saw a stat that like for the first time ever, like there's less teen pregnancies these days and more like pregnancies that are planned and like
I saw that too. Yep.
Because I was just thinking about that. I'm like, I don't live in that reality no more. When like I'm seeing
Torian, we know why you don't live. Okay,
because we're not.
But I'm like, I think I tweeted like, like teen pregnancy still like a big thing anymore? Like I'm like, I just don't see it. Like,
yeah,
anybody who was at risk around me is grown now, so it's like I don't know.
Yeah,
Torian saying at risk is crazy.
According to the stats, these are the lowest numbers of teen pregnancy, but the highest numbers for like pregnancies of women like over a certain age.
Right.
So like,
no, because
so
I'm about
that's
to
interesting.
say, like, have you seen the records that are happening about like how these older women are having babies? Like naturally, not even having to be on fertility treatments. Like,
yeah,
you know,
I need guys
So to
wear
think
condoms with these old women. Put on a condom. Niggas thought they couldn't put on condoms with these old bras. Put on a condom.
now facts like babies are still being had. Shoot, they be thinking that shit too. Even the women, they be like, they be premenopausal.
Like, you good? Trust me, you good.
No, because I remember even like a couple years ago, like my mom was told by her doctor, and she's post 50, like that she's still like is very much fertile. Like she could have a baby right now if like she wanted to. And so like and my mom was like, oh hell no. Like, excuse me. And so yeah, things are definitely changing, especially like now that people are, at least I'll speak for like how I take care of my body, like fucking physically, energetically, like spiritually. I'm doing a lot of things for my physical vessel. I take care of my physical vessel in a certain way, right? And so I recognize that regular shit already don't apply to me. Like time, like Roy got to follow time and shit. That's not something I have. Like regular shit don't necessarily apply to me.
I love that, yo. I swear I do.
Like you're not under that spell of time.
No, like I'm not even under a spell of a job right now, and I'm like thriving. Okay, so it's like I'm living a whole nother life over here.
You are.
Yeah, there's certain rules.
Yeah, I need a 401k plan. I need all that shit. I'm an old nigga.
Facts.
I don't know how many more summers I got. Knock on wood. I don't know how many more summers I got.
At least you know you need to embrace that. No one really knows. Like, tomorrow's not promised. But I said all that to say, like, it's still possible for her. I just don't want like any negative rhetoric around marriage, especially towards like our people, because I think that marriage is good for our people and good for people, period. Like companionship is great for like the human. And so, like, to not be jaded about it is important, and to not like let even past situations jade you, because that probably just wasn't. Maybe you dodged a bullet, right? Maybe you didn't want him in retrospect to propose to you. Maybe it's a great thing. It's like, but chances are, if she gets married, like, but she's a anomaly because she's Diana Ross's daughter. So I feel like she could easily, and she still looks so good, she could easily date young or marry young. But chances are most women in that situation, potentially their husband would be older. Not to say they can't get married, but they probably would marry someone that's older. But for him, it's still like they're marrying a younger woman, because it's like even if she's 52 and he's 60, that's younger.
But here's what I would say though.
I was actually on this Reddit post where it was like on age differences. And it was like actually so crazy how many like age differences I saw going in the other way, where their husband was like a lot younger. Maybe I was on a YouTube. I don't know what thing I was on. I was on something, and it was like hella posts. I was like, this is very interesting.
But here's what I would say though. Tracy Ellis Ross would, well, maybe she wouldn't tell you. But if you compare the 50, again, I think Tracy Ellis Ross at 52 is beautiful, gorgeous, all that. But Tracy Ellis Ross at 40 is better looking than Tracy Ellis Ross at 52, in my opinion. And I'm a man who would be vying for, well, Tori, don't make that face. I'm just simply telling you. No,
because he got 50-year-old, he could pull a 25-year-old.
Right.
See, that's why these niggas get divorced and they be in the club with this status. You should see these niggas that be divorced and talk to me.
That's very true.
You thought you could come out that marriage and like hit the streets. You thought you was viable at 48.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show.
That's the curse for guys. That's definitely.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show, nigga.
Yeah, because then you don't know what you got till it's
you
gone.
gotta be the right type of older guy. You definitely gotta be.
No, I think that's false. I mean,
look at
depending on the girl, you'll go for it. If you're going for a girl like me and higher. Yeah, it would have to be a certain.
I'm just going for cooperation.
Okay, so boom.
But
it's not like he's telling no to a white girl
on Twitter about like.
See, now you being deceived. See,
Method Man on there, like so, motherfuckers.
Wait, what did you say, Torian?
Ooh, motherfuckers get finer sometimes as they get older. Like,
no, they definitely do.
Like because it was just a thread on.
But Method Man been fine. But Method Man been fine.
But he getting finer as he get older. It's like, damn, like, yeah, young.
But you getting older too, so
like he was already fine.
Shout out to Lionel. Nigga, you getting older too, Tori. Fuck out
Lionel,
here.
You
Lionel,
probably
you
just
trying to
like
come
him a little
and you're
older.
Lionel, you right there, right behind me, holding
I
my
know, but
motherfucking hand.
I know that I say pretty much every episode at this point, like, okay, now that I'm 30 and everything, and I got my certificate, like it really is totally different.
But
So different.
It ain't different, is it for you?
I know it's so different for me. It really is.
He
But
just
see,
mine,
y'all
used to
making
being
this an
in
age
his
thing.
30s already,
I'm still
Lionel.
getting
He's
confused.
just
with
used to
the
being
time.
in his 30s
Nah,
already.
y'all making this an
Right.
age
That
thing.
is
This ain't an
jaded.
age thing for me though.
You make
This
it
ain't
an
a,
age thing.
Right.
no, I'm
You
the
can
elder
say her
statesman
age
on the
every
show.
second. Every
I'm the
time.
elder
And
statesman.
thank God Amber wasn't on the
Ricky Ellis,
show.
52.
Thank God Amber
Ricky
wasn't on
Ellis,
the
Oh my
52.
God, Amber would not be playing none of that shit.
Well,
No,
Amber's
Roy would
old.
be
How old?
calling her
How
old
Amber's
as
how
fuck
old
old.
her
like he
husband
always
is? We
Amber's
need
an
to
does.
find
old
out.
woman. Amber's
How
an
old is her
older woman.
husband? We need to
She's an
find
older
out.
woman. She had to find a husband. She's an older woman.
But
She did what she was
is the
supposed to
husband
do.
older or younger? That's what we need to find out.
Amber
I
is an
think he's
older
younger.
woman, and she found her a husband. That's what she was supposed to do. Is find her somebody, because she's an older woman in her 40s. Shout out to Amber. She found her somebody.
She's not that old.
She's
The
older than me.
bottom line is,
So do you
it can
think she
happen
has
for
more
anybody.
worth because she's married now?
I don't get into that worth stuff. That ain't up to me. Don't try to put me in that box, Naomi.
No,
I don't get into this worth box.
I'm just trying to call you out for what's real.
The thing is, if you like, or you can actually go up in value by being alone. So that's all. Like it goes back to the topic of this show. Like people be so not interdependent,
I'm
but
so
codependent. They be so
lonely.
dependent and codependent that they can't even develop spiritually and emotionally and mentally as they need to because there's always in a relationship. But you actually can become more valuable when you take time to yourself to actually just grow. Like I can recognize that even being in a relationship, I know like I said, marriage is gonna put you in that ring and say what's good. So it challenges you in so many ways to grow, which I embrace. But I know that like being alone, you can grow as well too, and like you have the space to do it without like being in a relationship. So you can become more valuable for the market when you take that time for yourself and allow yourself to know yourself and grow. So it's not like age is determinant of that. It might just determine like what pools you can choose from. Just like an 18-year-old
There
probably
you
can
go.
choose from like
There
just like
you
an
go.
18-year-old can't really choose from like probably like the 30s and 40s realistically. And like same for like a 40-year-old, your pool is different. Like you in a different pool, swimming pool.
That's the part right there, Lionel. People don't
Unless
want to
you got
acknowledge
money.
that there
Unless
are
you got
different
money.
pools.
Unless
But
you
then
got
you're
money.
buying somebody, and like if you buy somebody, then like
I mean, you got to swim
No,
in
I mean, then
blessing.
you get more people who you get more snakes too that you think is falling.
yeah,
who
more
love you.
snakes. That's cool. You got a minnow.
But still, that's
Turns
still
out,
options. You know, like they don't know until they find out. But still, it's like
oh, this is not a fish. This is electric eel.
No,
right.
that's what is crazy because it's, when you were talking about like how women can have certain options, like not all that shit is viable that you actually could. And so I think sometimes, yeah, just because you're an older man, I think the type of older man you kind of gotta be, like you definitely gotta be at least okay looking if you have a certain level of bag, right? Like, and
No,
then
you don't.
off top,
I totally disagree.
for what? For what?
I don't think any man with a bag has to be any type of quote unquote okay looking. I think the bag just needs to be the bag.
Depending on the bag.
There you
Bags
go.
vary. Bags vary. Different women vary. And so at the end of the day, so it's like, but if you're just wanting like a prostitute, like if you're just wanting,
you
like,
calling
so
them. I'm not calling them
to
that. You saying that, not me.
No, and so no, that's what men are thinking, right? That
No,
they have this range.
I reject the premise.
Range at 48 years old, men have a bag, so they have a range, right? That's what you're trying to say. That they have a certain level of pool that they can get, as opposed to a 48-year-old woman, right?
Or no, as opposed to a 40-year-old man with no bag. Because if Diddy didn't have a bag, I don't know that his lineup at that courthouse looks like that. Like the women that's lined up at that courthouse. Same with Deion Sanders. I just found out he's dating Karuchi.
Majority of women.
He's dated Karuchi. That's crazy.
Let's talk about that. I thought I sent that to Roy.
What Karuchi?
Yeah, Deion Sanders is almost 60 years old.
I know, but that bag, and also,
and he don't got no bladder or no toes.
No bladder or no toes.
Tori, you ain't shit, Tori. Tori, you ain't shit.
I'm like, he got no toes or no bladder. Girl,
But
what are you
Karuchi was right
doing?
there, and Karuchi didn't want to even fuck with Chris Brown, but he do have a bag. Chris Brown has a bag too.
No.
So he
It's
might be crazy.
Chris Brown had said my little shit losing her mind or some shit. He posted.
No.
He's on Karuchi. He's on Karuchi.
That's his one that got away for sure.
Yeah, this man is almost 60, Naomi, with he missing toes, he ain't got no bladder now, and Karuchi still.
And so because he bought the bitch. So if you want to if that's where you want to be coming as a man. So I don't know if that's what you want structure. So that's what I was talking about when it's like you're choosing.
But hold on.
So of course you can come from this space where it's like you have money, she needs money. Boom, y'all can make this relationship work.
But hold on, though.
Right?
He was,
and if that's what you want your marriage to be built on, then that's what your marriage will be.
But
built
he was
on.
in a relationship, but like he was in a relationship with what's her name? What's the woman he was in a relationship with before?
I don't know her name, but I thought that they were still together up until like today or yesterday.
Tracy Edmonds. He was with Tracy Edmonds for like the last 12 years.
Wow, I don't know who that is, but okay.
I don't even know who y'all talking about. But
she's Babyface's ex-wife. She's
Babyface.
Yeah.
Now we talking.
But turns out those guys that do have the bags like that, it turns out when they're at that age, like they really don't even be looking for marriage. Like
that's what I'm
saying. They don't even end up marrying anyone. They just be having this little bad bitch lineup. Like that's like never ending. Like, oh, you dated her too? Damn. They just got the pull to even have the access. But like it's a thing.
So I'm like, so maybe y'all need to be working on the niggas more than y'all like tripping on Tracy Ross, because something is like a stray nigga. Cause like you could be fucking on all these hoes, you can have all the bad bitches, but what are we talking about? Lonely? Really being lonely? Like there's nothing of substance. Really,
that's why it goes back to the topic of the show. It goes back to the topic. None of them take the time to like, and that is true for people, but I definitely see that with men all the time. Men don't take the space to be open. I mean, alone, and I think that is tougher on like people who have influence and power. Like that's always when women are always throwing themselves at you and always trying to get on your body, and like you don't even have the mental capacity to like say no. So like, or it's like, hey, I'm not even looking right now. Like, but that's so valuable in life to be able to develop, and you don't stop developing because you're 30. You don't stop developing because you're 40.
So talk to me, y'all, because Dion is 57 years old. He was with Tracy Edmonds, who's 58, so basically the same age. He was with her for over 12 years, and they never got married. They were together for 12 years and never got married. Now he's with
he's one of those people. He's going from relationship to relationship, because I know he had a show on TV before with like his actual kid's mom, like, or at least some of the kids' mom.
Pilar.
And and they were together for a long ass time. I thought they were a great couple, and they had a good show.
She was a video host. So
but then it went from that straight to the next girl. It went from that to the next girl, then now to the Karuchi, which it'd be seemingly overlapped. I didn't even know it was already switched.
Yeah,
but that it really goes to the title of this show. I swear to God, the proof is in the pudding. You'll find yourself playing that game and just doing like chain smoking, for lack of better words, until you do the work. You will, and then you'll find yourself having to buy the bitch, because you're gonna be older and you still got your eye for a young, hot lady, but at the end of the day, she's not even gonna be potentially that into you. So
I'm saying, like, so you don't have the pull you think you do. It's not you. Like, it's the money, nigga. Like, so it would be the money.
Or
you can't just perpetrate. And so
but Jay-Z said it. Jay-Z said, I'm a billionaire. I'm cute.
And how many of these niggas are billionaires? Because if we're
Jay-Z
talking about
said,
like,
ain't no such thing as a billionaire.
Statistics say that you niggas ain't gangster, okay? Statistics say that niggas ain't got the bag, for real. Okay? Niggas is not like,
I'm just saying, no.
That's why I feel like there's a sweet spot.
That's not majority.
There is.
I feel like college is great because it's like the perfect mix of a little bit of maturity, but then hormones still there too. So, but then, and like, but then I feel like it gets tighter. That shit does get tighter, to where it's like it's gonna be a different game that you playing when you're talking about dating, especially dating for.
It's even a different game dating at 30, because I know like even Mo was like kind of talking about like how her standards lie and like how she's even feeling right now. I'm like, oh, you're starting to get that grown woman. I'm like, that grown woman shit kicking in, where it's like she's finna be on no nonsense. Like, bitch, I don't
Right.
even know. No play. You know, I still play it. I might play a little bit. I'm like,
Yeah.
I can still play, and like a nigga just gonna have to put up with me. They be like, bitch, why won't you go out?
And if I
Why
was
won't you
not,
act
if I
right?
was not in a marriage, like I always say all the time, I'm sure I would be very nonsensical. Like I've had so much like being pulled by, thankfully, Samara, because she challenged me to grow. Or else it's like you're not gonna just sit up here and look at me inside my head and be boo boo the fool. So, but like if I didn't have that, and I'm just 30, I would probably be very nonsensical. And so even at 30 for men, that's not an easy like thing for probably 32-year-old women to navigate. Like, hold on, what kind of shit are you on? What time are you on? You know. And that's why I want you just that's the only point that I'm realizing. But then also don't be jumping from ship to ship to ship to ship, because how could you develop? And I think women do take that time. I think women be like taking that time. I don't know. I don't know that a lot of my friends or the men that I know personally, my dad included, like now that my mom's like passed away, like I'll be seeing him in his dating life, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I'm like, seriously, like you need to like sit in your corner, like sit down somewhere and just do your thing. But like that's a real concept. You gotta heal, you gotta grow, and then yeah, you'll be good.
Yeah, see, okay. Shout out to Q. He said having to buy companionship or can't be attractive until you get something is sad. The life of a ugly is crazy. Shout out to them though. But here's the thing though, right? This is where I'm saying when people talk about love, I don't think people understand what love is. I think love doesn't have a look. Love doesn't have like this is why things like arranged marriages work, because you learn to love someone. Like if you're around someone long enough, if people tell you, hey, you're supposed to be with this person and y'all just come together, trust me, there as human beings, there's going to be a bond. Whether you call that bond love or whatever you call it, there's going to be a bond there's bonds that build between people who work together and who may not even like each other, but when something happens, they like, oh man, that's fucked up. So like as humans, there are natural bonds. If you think for a second that Beyonce,
That laugh is
if
crazy.
you think for a second, right, that Beyonce would date Jay-Z with no money, you're out of your fucking mind. She's dating and married and happily married to Jay-Z because of who he was, and now she got to know him as a person. See, people forget
And
that.
what she have to go through for that?
No, but no, forget
like,
all. I don't get into that.
Going down to the thing.
I don't get into that. I'm just simply saying, like, you get to know somebody as a person, though. Like, once you get past the physical, you get to know them as a person. And then you fall in love with that person. Like, people kind of neglect that point. Is that, like, the physical is what initially attracts you.
Yeah.
But if you can get past that sometimes and get to know somebody as a person, you like, damn, I really fucks with this person.
Yes, and it hits different for where like you have to kind of do that. Like, so because sometimes it's different. Sometimes it's like you already know. Sometimes it's already there. Sometimes it's already known. And then you get to know them as a person, and it's like even greater. And
Yeah.
sometimes it is like, oh, I would have never like, hey, but I got to know you and you're actually really cool. But like for me, I guess I live in a reality and I live in a life where I do very much believe in big love. And so like that's the type of love that I experience in my life. And some people will just like, be with the person and they grow into love, and that could be beautiful in its own right. And like that can be like true in its own right. But it's not necessarily ever, I don't know. The quality, I'm very Venusian, so I just taste the different qualities of love. Like I feel like I'm very like versed in the different types. Like feel like I've swum through it all. I have love in all the different various aspects. I feel like I've experienced love on all the different forms and different ways, and even like a new way that I don't even have. Like I don't think there's even like a word or a term for like what this type of love is. And so like. Yeah. So to each his own at the end of the day. But I know for me, when it comes to the person I want to be married, I don't care about marriage to the fact that like I would have to find like a person now. I'm like, oh, hey, guy, like, I guess you'll do. Let's get to know each other. And I'm sure I'll love you down the road. Like, so I don't need marriage that much in my life that's how I'm approaching trying to find a person. Like, for me to decide to choose to live my life with a person, it's going to be based off the love and the desire that I want to choose to spend my life.
And that's how it should be. Because I also don't think arranged marriage is like, in my head, that sounds crazy. Like that's.
But arranged marriages can work too.
I mean, they can work. It's not to say it can't work for real. Like you can have a good part. Anybody that was on my tennis team, like it worked out great. I didn't choose any of them. I was their captain and it worked. But at the end of the day, like it's like I chose them. But like the thing is, I feel like in that you should have that should be a heart-led experience. I don't think that anyone would have the right to choose that for you. Or no, I would never suggest to anyone to like settle in like the name of love and just it'll happen, just grow. But like the reality though is that like it doesn't always feel the same. That's the thing that I would speak to that's more true, is like it don't always feel the same. And sometimes it could be alarming and like, hold on, wait. This doesn't feel like this. I don't know if I signed up for it. Wait. But then like if you like work and just it takes growth, because if you start to have those thoughts and leave it there, you can damage it. People will start to self-sabotage and lose the thing. People just never have the respect for the person to realize that they're stepping on their toes in a way to like maintain it. And so like that stuff ends up being so real. But I don't think that you should just slip into this like, oh, what it is what it is, because this is a lifetime we're talking about. Like from my perspective, this is like, you don't just go through shit with any old body. Because some people I would know for a fact, I'll be like, absolutely not. I'm good on all this shit. Gotta go. But like, I can never do that for Tamira. Like I'm willing to just I'm willing to morph into whatever I need to be to make sure that I can maintain this love that I like feel. And so that's the part. Fuck that.
All right, let's get about it. Before we get about it for the night, let's play something that we can all agree on. We usually do a bird of the week. This is a bird of the week / nasty nigga of the week.
Okay.
This came out about a couple of weeks ago. Former NBA player Dante Jones, who went to Duke. I think he's around the same age as me. I never played against him in high school. But this Negro here. He went. Let's play this. Watch him. This is him at a hotel. Lord have mercy.
Strong man is not built in peace.
Watch him. Watch what he does. Dig into his ass crack. Look at it, smell it, and then rub it on the wall. And then just get into the elevator. What are you doing, my boy? Hit the thing, rub it in grab his ass, get into his ass crack.
Is that some old man shit, Roy?
Look at it. That's insane.
That's crazy. I'm gonna show this to my son so he stops touching.
That's insane. What are you doing, my boy? This nigga dug in his ass, smelled his hand, looked at his hand, smelled it, and then rubbed it on the wall.
Horrible.
And kept going.
No,
and rubbed it twice on the wall.
And played in it. He played in it like,
Sorry, not playing in it.
Yes, he was.
You can't touch
what
nothing
made
in
him
public,
dig in his ass? It's crazy.
Even at home, because I live with too many people, I don't know what Ocean be up to. I can't even touch nothing at the house. But
what made him think, let me dig in my ass? Because like clearly he was going up to get some work. It was some work upstairs.
He need to take a shot.
I was like, he an African booty scratcher.
It's the wipe. It's like, what would you wipe on that?
This is what African booty scratchers do, y'all. Kids, this is what you don't want to be, an African booty scratcher. You don't want to do this shit.
That's offensive, Brian. I take offense to that.
That is racist.
Go talk to him, Naomi.
And I don't play that shit. I'm like,
talk
that
to
you
him,
can't go to my
Naomi.
wedding.
Yeah,
you can go to my wedding.
Well, all right.
Do you take it back? Do you take it back?
Why does nigga dig in his ass and smell it?
He's an American booty scratcher. Wow.
There you go.
He's an FBA. No, he no.
He
Whoa.
is.
We not accepting him in FBA. This nigga, he clearly he biracial. I don't know what this nigga is. We don't want him in FBA.
Okay,
I love FBA. I love FBA on TikTok. FBA be standing on business.
Thank you.
He's not FBA though. I don't know what this nigga is.
Ew, he's a booty scratcher.
This nigga, first of all, if you look, he's digging. Like, why does he dig in his ass? Like, who's ever?
In
I've
there.
never done that in my life.
It.
This is not a thing.
This never been caught on camera, but it's clearly a thing.
No, it's not a thing, Lionel.
It's literally a thing. It's just
no one digs in their ass, looks at it, and then smells it.
But it's never lost on me that humans are like primitive still too. Like that's not lost on me. That like yes, we are conscious, but like there's a very primitive aspect to humanity.
Come on, man.
And like when there's no cameras and people are alone, like you don't know what the fuck is going down.
I mean, yeah. Well, you be doing some weird stuff. Like this is
listen.
I ain't saying nothing like that, but it's just that his weird is just extreme.
So you never know. It's some weird shit. Roy is put on the act like he don't know.
Right, you be sniffing your wife's panties.
Projection. It's like this is what you be doing too.
No.
You be sniffing your wife's panties in foreplay. You be like
no. No, I'm not into nothing. That's not my thing. I'm sorry.
Yes, it is. This video of you, man. We go leak that shit next week.
Hilarious, by the way.
It's
no, that's not my thing.
Something gonna leak that shit just like this. We gonna show you doing that.
No, nigga, that's insane what he's doing.
He needs to remember that there's cameras at all times. It's 2025.
No, for real. Like you're in a hotel.
But him wiping on the wall makes it even crazier. Why would he wipe it on the wall?
And then he's seen it and he scraped it off because like, oh shit, they gonna see that. Like
that nigga dug in his ass crack, looked at it, and then smelled it.
He's dirty. He needs some baby wipes. Like, well, get some baby wipes. Wipe your ass with a
baby wipes. Yeah.
I'm just gonna assume he was drunk.
That's why Nikki said a couple wet kids a bum try to touch
him. He like looked around the corner to see if somebody was there. He was like,
I'm gonna say he was drunk. I'm shoot you some bail.
I think they did say he was intoxicated, but still, like,
he
no,
gotta be drunk.
I'm never that nasty while I'm drunk. Like, what the fuck?
I agree, but I don't. He went to Duke. It's a lot of white girls that go to Duke, so I don't know what was going on at Duke University.
He just got done playing with some ass play. His booty hole loose. He like, damn.
Whoa, Jesus, Torian, shit, Torian went OD with it. That nigga said, "Let me dig off in here and see what's going on."
Yeah. But all right.
Because he hit the button and immediately said, "Let me see what's going on in his ass."
And his Daredevil uniform.
Can we
please
get it off the screen?
Right. I'm like, okay. We talked about this enough.
I'm trying to let it land. All right, we up out here for the night, y'all. That's been the show. We'll be back next week. Shout out to everybody out there, man. Thank y'all for supporting the show per usual, man. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button. We definitely appreciate y'all. Everybody who listens to the audio version, y'all are the super champions out there, man. Thank y'all, man. No strings. We out here for the night, man. Peace, y'all.